Hello, you're watching News9 Live, a very, very important day today. It's a very important day for Karnataka and almost the entire of India, because the swearing in ceremony of Chief Minister designate Siddaramaiah will start in some time now and also conclude, and also of course the Deputy Chief Minister in waiting, that is DK Shivakumar. Siddaramaiah will take oath as the 24th Chief Minister of Karnataka at Bengaluru's Kanteerava Stadium. 8 Chief Ministers of several states are expected to attend the grand event. The Kuruba leader, that is Siddaramaiah, shall be the 7th Chief Minister of Karnataka to be sworn in as the Chief Minister twice in the state's history. This is his second tenure, and everybody is looking forward to what kind of changes will he bring about after that stellar victory. Look at that team. Look at that team on your screens right now. There is Siddaramaiah, DK Shivakumar, of course the Gandhis along with them. This is the victory smile, the smile of people who have vanquished what was one thought to be invincible, the Bharatiya Janata Party. So like I said, Siddaramaiah, who's 75 years old and celebrated his birthday with much gusto last year, and also DK Shivakumar, who just turned 61 this March. Both of them getting ready to take oath today at Kanteerava Stadium in Bengaluru. Now, let me tell you a bit of history. So far, a total of 9 Lingayat leaders have assumed the post of Chief Ministers. Vokkaligas 7 times, OBCs 5 times, which of course includes Siddaramaiah after he takes oath today, this afternoon, and Brahmins twice. The first 3 Chief Ministers of the states were Vokkaliga. But then, as we know, like I said, let's go back into history. The States Reorganization Act in 1956, several areas of Andhra Pradesh and Maharashtra were added to the state, and thereafter the Lingayats have always had a very big say so far as the electorate is concerned, and also the policy and polity of Karnataka. So very, very important day today, important day as a victory and also a change of guard. My colleague Kartikeya Sharma is with me in the studio, and we shall also be later joined by my other colleague Mohammad Wajiullah, and of course expert Shyam Prasad Meka, who is a Congress leader, and Dr. Baswaraj Itnal, who is a senior journalist. So Kartikeya, namaskara.
Namaskara.
So considering it's Karnataka and you have a very deep connection with the state, of course, I'm asking you, this is a change of guard, more than an electoral victory. Do you see this as perhaps this is the first change that will be made in a South Indian state, like they're all saying and gloating over it and saying कि BJP मुक्त दक्षिण भारत हो गया है अब, वो तो एक चीज है. On the other hand, a shot in the arm for the Congress as a fulcrum around which the opposition will revolve.
Sudha, going back to the picture, I would just like to tell our viewers that Priyanka Gandhi is standing next to Rahul Gandhi. Priyanka actually left Delhi because she did not want to be part of the lobby process. So this time what Sonia and Priyanka Gandhi did was unprecedented. What happened, what was happening last time, with lot of people must have noticed, lot of Congress watchers or news watchers, people from Karnataka must have noticed that people would go to first Rahul Gandhi's residence, then they would go to Sonia Gandhi's residence where Priyanka would be there. So, you know, and then Mallikarjun Kharge's residence. Now what is happening is that when the real discussion took place, Rahul Gandhi was not available, and Priyanka and Sonia Gandhi, they left for Shimla, Mashobra, where Priyanka has a house. So all they had to do was to meet Mallikarjun Kharge. So in order to avoid themselves as part and parcel of lobbying process, so they left Delhi, and Rahul only came in the picture late. Sonia did call DK Shivakumar, but the mind was already made up. You know, we people generally think from outside that you know, negotiations have taken place. No, the basic work, Sudhaji, was already done. It was a done deal. All they had to do was to manao DK Shivakumar. All they had to do was to create a situation where a party does not get a bad press in the process of appointment of a chief minister.
Right.
So all these things were being put in place. So this picture is very important because it creates a first of Priyanka being out despite campaigning, despite doing 22 rallies. She did not allow herself to become a lobby person, because they know that if Mallikarjun Kharge is there, he should take the call. But Mr. Kharge has created a small controversy today morning.
Right, and look at those pictures, very typically South Indian, Kartikeya. A mridangam is being played, and tawil, as it is also called, which is a percussion instrument, and also the nadaswaram on one side, and on the other side, a western instrument which is being, played, the sax, as it were. But look at the man behind, if we can show, look at that is so typically South Indian, because all of us are brought up on talam, as we call. Unless you add the beat to it, the talam to it, nothing really comes to fruition. And I think the Congress party has the right, as they call, Adi Tala. There you see the atmosphere being created to welcome Siddaramaiah and also DK Shivakumar. You know, a bit about their personalities. I think Siddaramaiah, Kartikeya, for me is more interesting because he, as a child, he did theatre. He did the Veera Kunita dance. You know, yesterday everyone saw. Lot of them did not understand why is the man dancing. Is it because of, happiness? There he is on the screen dancing the Veera Kunita. This is a traditional folk dance, from his native place, and it is also consecrated to the deity, which is, Siddarameshwara. His name, the child was named after Siddarameshwara. Apparently, he danced when he was 5 years old and he was paid 5 rupees. His dance teacher and also a mutt seer, a mutt, Rajendra, blessed him and said, "You will always do well." And look at that dance. Look at that. That is Veera Kunita, in Karnataka, a folk dance. Folk dance, and he has been doing this since he was a child, so therefore he also has a theatre bug which caught him right in the beginning. And ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, much like Maharashtra, Karnataka has a very rich theatre tradition. Yakshaganam is also one part of performing arts in Karnataka, which has, but the folk dances, the folk tradition, as it were, those are very rich, and Siddaramaiah seems to have more of that in comparison to DK Shivakumar, who is at least 20 years younger than him. Kartikeya, his father wanted him to be a doctor. He said, "I don't want to be a doctor." He's from the Kuruba community, which is the shepherd community. Backward, very, very poor, in the sense not as empowered as others would be. Whereas, if you compare, the times, of course, were different.
But, it is so strange, Sudha, that for the first time, the conversation around Karnataka in future will not be what the politicians will be doing for the people of Karnataka. The conversation around Karnataka would be what Karnataka will do for the general elections for the Congress party.
Right.
How will Congress party use Karnataka as a jump state? And a lot of people are thinking that Karnataka and then Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh election. No, I'm saying Karnataka is having an impact on Telangana. Chief Minister of Telangana, Chandrasekhar Rao, recently held a meeting. Both of us were discussing during an editorial meet. He held a meeting on corruption issues. Chandrasekhar Rao is very, very afraid, or I would say perturbed, about the fact that the Congress may use the same language against him. Congress has lost its base in Andhra, where Jagan Mohan is, but Congress is still a substantial force in Telangana, because ultimately they created Telangana. So he's very, very afraid. He's very, very wary. So that is why he has taken that meeting. So my eyes are more focused on if Congress is able to wrest Telangana from KCR, because this is KCR's second term.
Right.
And if Congress is able to do that, I'm telling you, a lot of things for the Congress party will change. I'm not saying a lot of things for Congress party in other states would change, but Congress party will gain the respect of the regional parties. But today we will have to see, Sudha, because Mamata Banerjee is not coming, Kakoli is coming. Let's see who comes from Naveen Babu's party. So ultimately we have to see the power configuration on the stage also.
KCR Garu is out. He will not come. KCR Garu was even absent 4 or 5 times when Mr. Modi came there. He broke protocol, as you well know. He's never been there, and I don't think...
Because Sudha, he's fighting both BJP and Congress. Right. So politically it does not suit him. Right. But KCR does not understand one thing. It is one to be equidistant, which Naveen Patnaik is. But it is one to be friendless. Right now, Chandrasekhar Rao is friendless in political spectrum.
Yeah,
that is one. Second, people would say, "Aap kaise keh sakte hain? What about Naveen Patnaik?" Naveen Patnaik is both success and legacy.
Right.
Naveen Babu's father passed away. He came from America. Then he cut his teeth. He didn't know how to speak Oriya. And then he evolved a new policy. He left Bharatiya Janata Party. Right. Didn't even disturb Congress during the UPA tenure. So he's a person with his friends everywhere, but he is not going to be against any person. Basically, he cooperates with the party in center. So that model is very, very different. Odisha model is very different. So one has to see what happens. But I think it's today I was reading newspaper and I read in one of the newspapers, Sudha, that there is a new model which will be in place in Karnataka. And I'm very surprised how this new model will be implemented. This new model, ladies and gentlemen, is not only Chief Minister will change. All the corporation heads and all the cabinet ministers will also change. So you will have a new chief minister after 2 or 3 years and entirely a new cabinet. I don't know how it is going to be done, but it is going to be done. And the second controversy, Sudha, which I was talking about was, there is a gentleman in this list. Yes. These are the ministers.
Absolutely. This is the list of ministers, and I shall go to the guest, of course, to talk about them. But then today is also, you were talking about change. Today is the day of change. I'm talking
about one gentleman who has created controversy on Twitter and on social media. His name is about to come. Yes.
There he is.
Priyank Kharge. Lot of people were saying, "Theek hai, Mallikarjun Kharge is the president." He could have waited and being inducted in the next cabinet. Letter signed by Mallikarjun Kharge has Priyank Kharge's name. I'm not saying Priyank Kharge should be denied what he deserves.
Yeah.
But you also have example of Rajnath Singh. But anyway, these are things which parties decide. Rajnath Singh ke bete to kuch nahi bane because, the Prime Minister has a different view. But in this case, Priyank Kharge has got something. So this list in itself is a rainbow list, Sudha.
Right.
It explains a lot.
Absolutely. And let me get the guests in, Shyam Prasad Meka and Dr. Baswaraj Itnal. Day of celebrations, as we are seeing on the screen, Nadaswaram, Tavil and all the other instruments playing, Kanteerava Stadium being decked up like a bride, very eager to see who she's going to marry. So Shyam Prasad Meka and Dr. Itnal, both of you, Dr. Itnal, first to you, lots of names missing from this list, Lakshmi Hebaldkar, supposed to be very close to DK Shivakumar, she is missing from this list, and also others, particularly if you look at Belagavi, no Savadi, of course Satish Jarkioli is of course there, and also Ishwara Kandre, former minister Tanveer Said, senior leader Krishna Bairegowda, all these people, and also Hari Prasad.
Krishna is missing.
These are missing. Your first comment on this, Dr. Itnal.
Krishna was an agriculture minister.
Yes, that's right.
Interestingly, Sudha, there are three ministers are going to be sworn in from Bengaluru alone, whereas the rest of the state has to make do with the other 5. Anyways, till last night we were hearing that there will be 28 ministers that who will be taking oath today. Yeah, but that did not happen. What is being heard, what is being said is that apparently DK Shivakumar had a lot of disagreements with the names suggested in the meeting. So probably they will take some more days to come out with the consensus list. But anyways, 3 people, like I said, Zamir Ahmad, Ramlinga Reddy, and one more gentleman, George. 3 people from Bangalore alone. That's one thing. Another thing, though, Karthike was saying about this power, not only power sharing, also the turning around of the cabinet itself. But technically, when a chief minister resigns, the cabinet automatically stands dissolved.
Right.
But normally they take oath again. But probably is that DK Shivakumar would want to have his own exclusive team when he takes over, and that could be limited only to cabinet. But why they are asking even all the chairmen of boards and corporations to resign once the term of Siddaramaiah concludes? I don't know. That beats me.
Right. But I just want to go to Shyam Prasad Meka, and I'm going to come back to you, Dr. Itnal, because I have also questions about those who are actually, the perception is they are deserving, but they haven't found so far a place. Maybe there will be another list. Shyam Prasad, I want to ask you that when you look at this list, of course, see, we all know that there are compulsions. You have to adjust all the castes. Gender, of course, I do not know. Women are being included, but as always, Shyam Prasad Meka, women are first. There are more men and women, of course. There is a, just here and there. But I'm asking you, when you look at this list, what do you think is the theory behind it, Shyam Prasad?
Okay. First of all, let me tell you, Sudha, the way you covered the cultural aspect in these celebrations, I appreciate that. Because the so-called elections media will never do that. If they do it for marketing purposes or self-gain rather than real appreciation or anything. Okay, so having that apart, okay, I'm not patronizing you. Second, when you look at this list, we are talking about who is missing. Yeah, of course, it's a list of 8 people. A lot of them will be missing.
Right.
Okay, within this 8, yeah, true. It was a good balance. The Rainbow Coalition, the Ahinda formula of Siddaramaiah is actually reflected in this. And I agree with you on that part. Like it's unfortunately less women representation. It should be more. And that's what actually Congress party is trying to do. But at this moment, I'd like to see a bit more of women in the
All right. Dr. Patil, I'm going to come. I'm so sorry. I was thinking of
Sudha,
I
have to say something. Sorry, I'm coming. Yes. I have to say something. What makes this very, very unique? This project, Karnataka, is very unique for one reason, because Karnataka has voted in Congress despite a very strong campaign by Prime Minister. I was having a walk with my friend today morning, and he was saying, he's a BJP supporter, he was saying, badi galti kar di bhai, they shouldn't have allowed Prime Minister to campaign. Now, despite all the Hindutva campaign he did, they have lost. I said, yaar, vote to utna hi hai, 36%. He said, yaar, the sheen of the Prime Minister is that he adds 4 or 5%, that winning percent, and that's where PM comes, and BJP has a vote bank. Prime Minister is like the cherry on the top, and then you win the election. He said, he shouldn't have campaigned, because if he wouldn't have campaigned today, the narrative would have been PM was very upset with the state unit, and he didn't campaign, and the BJP lost. So what one thing stuck in my mind was that Karnataka has defied that logic. That suppose you have a very vigorous campaign by Prime Minister, you will win. One. Secondly, for the first time, Congress party has been able to eat into the vote bank of a regional party, Sudha. Our other guests who are there will definitely respond to it. Regional parties had been eating into the vote bank of the Congress party all over India. And once that happens, Congress has a very tough time. Karnataka has done something unprecedented. Congress has eaten into JDS vote.
True.
The vote of Kumar Swamy, the vote of HD Gowda, Deve Gowda. This is something very, very unique. This has not happened anywhere right now. Congress has never eaten into Samajwadi Party's vote. It has not eaten into BSP's vote. It has not eaten into Lalu's vote. It has not got back its people from TMC. It has not got back its people from Chandrasekhar Rao. Lock, stock and barrel Congress party went with Jagan Mohan Reddy.
Right.
After 1969, the Congress splintered and, ADMK and DMK. This is the first time, so the first time
Yes.
they have eaten into a regional party. This is, more than anything, the Congress should just only gloat on this fact.
Absolutely. And you know what Kartikeya said, Dr. Itnal, if I may come, you know, I'm little that I know about Karnataka. I want to ask you this whole Hindutva card, you know, Anjaneya or, you know, whatever, you know, it really does not work in Karnataka because do you think it's because Karnataka has very strong mutts? I mean, look at the Lingayats. I mean, they actually go against, if one reads deeply, I mean, they actually go against what is conventional Hinduism, as it were. Do you think that is the reason, or they found the entire thing counterproductive? They said, this is not the issue, you give us jobs and you give us security first, Prime Minister.
Largely, Sudha, south of Vindhyas, especially the southern states, all the 5 states, this Hindutva and all religious politics doesn't work. But talking specifically about Karnataka, yes, like you said, for last 1,000 years, Karnataka has this Basava culture, which is a counterculture to Hindutva or whatever their iconography.
The Vachanas.
Vachanas, and it is not just a philosophy. They are in action. These institutions, Lingayat institutions, run education institutions that can challenge the government of Karnataka itself. So it is far and wide. Every mutt has various institutions. Apart from mutts, there are institutions like Shamur Srisankarpa's Bapuji Institutes, or M.B. Patel's BLD, or Prabhakar Kore's KLD, or you know, there are a lot of, even Tumkur Siddhganga Mutt's institutions, or Chitradurga Mutt's institutions. Each and every institution is worth 1,000 to 5,000 crores.
Yes.
Purely on educational investment. So it is very difficult for anybody to build that Hindutva narrative here.
Right.
But coming back to Kartikeya's observation about regional parties, you know, succumbing to national parties campaign this time, that is simply because we do not have a regional party. Though JDS says it's a regional party, it never imagined itself to be a regional party. That is because initially in Andhra Pradesh, TDP was there. It was built around Telugu culture, Telugu identity. Then Telangana, KRS.
Yes.
That is our Telangana regional issues.
Right.
Or in Tamil Nadu, it is Dravidian culture.
Yes.
So around the culture, the party was imagined, and it was present in each and every corner of the state. Here, JDS is a splinter group of earlier Janata Dal, and that was limited only to Old Mysore region. It was only to see that nobody gets a majority, hence we will have a chance at the seat. So that was the political thinking of the party. And in recent years, the presence of the family, Gowda family, became so overbearing. So people lost votes from that party. And
I would just like to respond to. I would just like to respond to this. You know, I know you have a point that, you know, it is not like TMC, but important thing to understand is most of these regional parties come from Janta Parivar. You see, BJP vote was built in opposition to the Congress party. Even if the Congress party's vote somehow, a part of it went into Bharatiya Janata Party, that was the old traditional Congress which had already been splintered, which was Congress O and Congress R, जो इंदिरा जी ने तोड़ दी थी 2 बार अपनी party. But the point here is that even Samajwadi Party is a splinter group, even JDU is a splinter group. These are all old socialists, they are all splinter groups. The point is, Congress has never eaten into a regional party's vote bank once it loses to them. This is the first time it has happened. It has not only got a simple majority, but it has souped up 5% of the vote. Hindutva vote is intact, sir. It has eaten into the Vokaligga vote, which is, now you can say DK Shivakumar, whatever it may be.
Yeah,
but this is a first and a point to be noticed.
Yes, absolutely. Shyam Prasad Meka, tell us something. I mean, do you concur with what Kartikeya is saying and what Dr. Itnal said? But before that, I want to ask you a question about this whole Hindutva thing not really landing in the south. Do you think one of the main reasons for it, even in Telangana, we see how the BJP goes after Nizam, you are Nizam's descendants, etc., etc., etc. But I think the south, I mean, we all belong to Tamil Nadu. If you let's look at Tamil Nadu. Stalin speaks Tamil whenever. Mr. A.R. Rahman speaks Tamil. Mr. Maniratnam speaks Tamil. anyone you will see, only the language is a binding force for us. Of course, historically, we did not face the partition, but I think one of the best things which binds all of us is our mother tongue. Would you agree? I mean, we'll all speak Telugu.
No, let me tell you, sir.
Yeah.
Mother tongue is a binding factor, but especially the way you are talking about South India, right? See, look at the Basavanna. Basavanna came with a philosophy which actually sounded a death knell for the Hindutva political philosophy that is to come after him.
True.
If you look at Basavanna, he doesn't believe in reincarnation. Basavanna disagreed with the Varna system. And the BJP can rhetorically say, do a pranam to Basavanna, but Basavanna is against what Hindutva political forces stand for. Second, our friend was talking about the 36% vote that BJP kept intact. And why Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the supposed Rinku Singh, who will come and hit some 5-6ers, doesn't work, because those 5-6ers are already included in that 36. That 36% that they got last time, they came with Prime Minister's contribution. So does that mean every time he comes, he will get some 5%? Then Prime Minister will come 20 times and get 100%. That's not going to fly. So now, the Karnataka elections importance is the Ahinda coalition. And also the trend what we need to see is there are people who realize the dangers of BJP's mode of working are gravitating towards Congress. Because one reason, generally when there are strong regional parties, people go for a party with more winning chances.
Right.
But this time people realize that a vote to Congress is the only thing that's going to pinch BJP. If you go with any regional party, say for example in Andhra Pradesh, you can go with TDP, you can go with Jagan Mohan Reddy, you can go with Pawan Kalyan, but Babu Jagan Pawan makes BJP.
Okay.
That's what people have realized, and if they want to pinch BJP, Congress is the right answer, and that consolidation is actually happening, and I can see that on the ground.
What you were also saying, Shyam, yesterday also, you were saying that, I may sound, you said that, on our platform, that you may be sounding idealistic, but that is what the real meaning of India is. And you're saying it's consolidating, but for those viewers who've just joined us, look at the preparations. Of course, CM designate there, Siddaramaiah, who is dancing away. And I think that, he has a lot of hard work to start with, because it's very, very clear that all the guarantees, Labharti, they'll have to fulfill all the promises.
Sudha, you came on you used the word Labharti. I think that is where the big challenge will be.
Yes.
For one simple reason, right now the combined cost on the exchequer would be 40,000 crores.
That's right.
I'm very happy that these graphics are being played. Griha Lakshmi scheme, 2,000 monthly assistance to the women head of each family. Anna Bhagya, free 10 kg rice to every member of BPL household. Yuva Nidhi, rupees 3,000 for graduates and rupees 1,500 for diploma holders between 18 to 25 years. Shakti, free travel for women in public and transport buses. These are important schemes, and apart from that, you have number of Labharti schemes which are already functional.
That's right.
So what Congress is promising is something which will create a dent in the budget. But let me tell you, Congress is not promising something out of the world. Lot of things out of the world has been done by other state chief ministers who remain quiet, but their fiscal health is not good.
Like
the Raitu Bandhu scheme by Chandrasekhar Rao.
Yeah, sure.
बहुत पैसा खर्च हुआ है.
जी.
Naveen Babu's multiple schemes in rural areas, they might have taken care of rural distress, but it's a big part of his expenditure.
Right.
So it's not as if the Congress is the first party to do so. In fact, political parties opposed to Congress have been doing it much more rigorously in the past.
Although Muka Stalin is not opposed to it, but Dravidian parties, and I think that, MGR was the first one, midday meals.
So Congress cannot be accused of Labharti politics, one, because Labharti politics is being done on steroids by Bharatiya Janata Party. If you look at it, their Labharti commitment is far higher. It's far, far higher. But you see, what has happened is Labharti politics has been weaponized. So if you do it, it is Labharti politics.
If I do, it's Revdi.
It's Revdi culture. So you know, this binary seems to have been obviously it's a political binary for electoral purpose. But you know, for me, larger question is, and has Congress model been able to defeat Hindutva politics for the first time? Because in Himachal they didn't fight Hindutva politics.
Yeah, here they did. It was very overt.
वहाँ वो सेब की बात कर रहे थे, फ्रिज की बात कर रहे थे, वो दिख रहा था, कन्नी काट रहे थे. They were not talking about Hindutva. Here they actually took it head on in a different way, not like Rahul Gandhi's way. Savarkar. They took it in a different way. So is it right to say that the regional leaders of the Congress party have defeated the central leaders of BJP on Hindutva?
Shyam Prasad wants to react to you, and then I'll go to Dr. Itnal. Go on, Shyam.
Yeah, very quickly about the schemes. Normally, Congress will always check the physical prudence and then only go ahead for its regional units before they include anything on the manifesto. Actually, you should actually give that credit to Congress. And now, coming to this, that's an interesting observation. That is, Congress did not take the bull by its horns in Himachal, but it did in Karnataka. See, Congress want to do it. If you follow the complete Rahul Gandhi model, probably Congress will take the bull by its horns. But the practicality, and as Sudha might agree, taking this fight on, the battleground should be south first. In the north, the balance need to be a little more different, and still the direction is right, and Congress is doing it. Because we don't want to somehow come to power just by becoming a diluted version of BJP. That's not going to solve the problems of this country. This country should be on the right direction, and we are mixing the practicality and winnability of elections based on that, but we are not compromising on our ideology. We're not compromising with the ideology of BJP. That's what Congress is trying to do.
I have a question to you, sir. I have a question to you, sir. My name is Kartike. My question to you, sir, is that couldn't they have avoided the name of Mr. Kharge, father signing a letter for his own son, when you know that dynastic politics is an issue? It's all there. Sonia Gandhi is avoiding. She goes to Mashobra. Priyanka refused to be a lobbyist. She goes to Mashobra. Gives that sanctity to Mallikarjun Kharge. Rahul did not meet. ये credit बनता है गांधीज को. लेकिन फिर भी प्रियंक खारगे का नाम आप डाल देते हैं when you know it's a weaponized thing. I'm not saying son has to pay for father's stature, but there are examples. Rajnath Singh's son, despite being MLA, poor guy, he has not got anything.
I think both should take that question, Dr. Itnal as well as Shyam.
Let me quickly tell that. See, Priyank Kharge came on his own merit, one. So you can't reduce his achievements and his contribution just to his father's legacy. And second, also, since we are talking about legacy, see, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge is the one who came so near yet so far to the Chief Minister post of Karnataka so many times. They did sacrifices. And while we are doing a compromise between Siddaramaiah ji and Shivakumar ji, we shouldn't forget Kharge ji and his contribution even to this campaign as well, and actually hand-holding the entire process. I think I don't begrudge Priyank Kharge being in the first list.
Right, and we, Dr. Itnal, please respond if you have to, if you want to. Kartikeya Sharma's question about Priyank Kharge, and then we shall hear what his father, or rather the president of the Congress, will say. That is Mallikarjun.
Priyank Kharge, like Shyam said, he is a leader in his own right, number one. Number two, in the earlier cabinet of Siddaramaiah, also Priyank was minister. So there is a, and he has been elected this time also. So I don't see any harm. First list or second list, it's just a matter of technicality. But if he is to be made minister, make him. That's about it. And about this freebies and the budgetary burden because of freebies, I don't want to discuss get into debate of what is the welfare scheme or what is the freebie. That is a different thing. But it is going to burden the budget to the extent of 25% of the outlay. 1.65 crores is the Karnataka state's 1.6 lakh crores is the Karnataka budget outlay. Of that, 40,000 crores is around 25% of it.
Right.
So, that is a huge, burden on the exchequer. But at the same time, the people are stressed. There is a huge distress. There is a farmer distress. There is unemployment, and this needs to be done. But how Siddaramaiah steers the state from this freebie regime towards an aspiring economy by creating jobs.
Yeah, Dr. Itnal, I'm going to also, let's listen into what, there you have visuals of CM designate Siddaramaiah leaving his home now. Kartike, I'm sure the Rahu Kalam must be over. I wish we had got the Panchang. You can read it, but I think must be over now. And they are leaving. It's 11:37 by my watch. Look at that. Those three who are sitting there, Mallikarjun Kharge, who actually apparently broke the ice.
So these are photographs taken yesterday and day before yesterday. Once the matter was resolved and they were released. But it's like I wouldn't say it's a temporary truce. I don't think it's like Rajasthan, Maharashtra, because both of them are senior people. It's not Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot. It's not Jyotiraditya Scindia and Kamal Nath. There is a difference. You see, if you have, and I would like to again bring this to table. I'm not criticizing any one of them, but there is a similarity. You have two senior leaders, T.S. Singhdev and Bhupesh Baghel. Despite lot of problems, it has not rocked the government. But you had a very senior leader in Sachin Pilot. You had Kamal Nath and Jyotiraditya Scindia. The governments were rocked. Both the governments got rocked. In this case, both are very seasoned. One is 62 years old, one is 75. They understand the importance of the place. So I don't think that Karnataka will be rocked or Karnataka government will go through any convulsion, which Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh went through. I don't think so. They will follow much more saner and a better Chhattisgarh model.
That's a good wish to start today, which is such an auspicious day for Karnataka. And like as we promised, let's play out what Mallikarjun Kharge had to say. Listen in.
आज तो स्वेरिंग इन सेरेमनी है 12:30 बजे चीफ मिनिस्टर, डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर और 8 जो एमएलए मंत्री पद के लिए शपथ ले रहे हैं, तो उसमें सारे लोग शामिल हो रहे हैं। मैं भी उसी के लिए जा रहा हूँ। ये खुशी की बात है कि कर्नाटक में नई सरकार आई है और कांग्रेस की सरकार, एक मजबूत सरकार आई है। ये इससे कर्नाटक की भी भलाई होगी और देश में भी बहुत अच्छा माहौल उसके वजह से बन रहा है।
Before I once again resume the debate, the point is that the CM designate, that is Siddaramaiah, he's already left from his home. He's on his way to take on the mantle, as it were. But once you become Chief Minister, I know that this is not the first time. He's got a lot of work ahead. We just spoke about the Labharti, the guarantees. He has to really walk the talk. But look at this light moment. I'm going to play it out for you. And for God's sake, this is light. Like I said, that, he has theatre experience. Look at the CM designate. You are not going to see this anywhere else. Take it, take it away, the lighter moment, as it were, and please laugh along with the CM designate.
Narendra Modi was telling, सबके साथ सबका विकास. How much live head? Narendra Modi was telling, सबके साथ सबका विकास. How much live head?
That Congress party would get 130 plus seats. It may go to 150 also. I am 100% confident I will win this election.
Okay, let's shift our focus a little. The Chief Minister designate is ready, on his way, and I'm sure the Deputy Chief Minister is also on his way. Let's look at the probables, the list which we have. Of course, a lot of other names shall also be added to the list, but let's just, quickly do a short biopic. It's a vignette. Let's do it. I want to go to Dr. Itnal and speak to him about, G. Parameshwara and particularly MB Patil, both of them extremely miffed, one a very tall Lingayat leader and then G. Parameshwara, of course.
I have one question, Sudha, for you. What is the importance of Sri Ramalinga Reddy?
Yes.
Does it tell us that Telugu voters have an importance in southern part of Karnataka? Right. Is it correct?
Yeah, let's come, because when you look at George, the region that he comes from, it is, I think, a lot of Malayalis, people from Kerala live there. KJ George is a 5-time MLA and, he's from Saravanagana Nagar Assembly constituency in Bengaluru. That constituency has around 50,000 Christians and lot of roots in Kerala. So, of course, also George. So let me go to Dr.
So you have like 2 people from North Karnataka, then you had 2 people from South Karnataka. Again, he's from Kittur, Karnataka.
Yes.
This is Bombay, Karnataka. We'll please play this list again. This is from the Nizam, Karnataka.
The Chief Minister's, ex-Chief Minister's son, Ajay Singh.
This is from Mysuru. This is Mysuru, Sudha. Is this Mysuru?
Yes.
So then we have one Mysuru, and this part, Sudha? Devanahalli. This is Greater Mysuru?
Yes. No, I think Devanahalli is Bengaluru, rural Bengaluru.
Rural Bengaluru.
Yes, that is
so
right.
So KH Munyappa is from rural Bengaluru.
That's
right. So this is for our viewers outside Karnataka.
Devanahalli.
And MB Patil is Bombay, Karnataka.
Yes. Yeah. So I want to understand,
but there is no representation from coastal Karnataka.
That is what is, let's go to Dr. Itnal and speak to him. Dr. Itnal, you just heard, these are live shots that we are getting all there. That it is the celebrations have begun. Look at the stadium, Kanteerava full up, as it were, flags.
60,000 people are supposed to come to the 60,000 people?
Yes, look at that. I mean, flags, the tricolor, of course, you have buntings, you have lots of other celebrations which are going on, and all waiting, I guess, for Siddaramaiah.
That's a big stadium, Sudha?
Yes, it is. Kanteerava is historical.
Really?
That's the music, yes.
Why do you say historical?
It's a very old stadium and a lot of events have taken place when one of the greatest actors, Rajkumar, Dr. Rajkumar passed. It was Kanteerava Stadium that we all went and paid our respect. Listen into the music and then I'm going to come back. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. That's what creates the atmosphere.
I think, what makes this victory sweet for the Congress party? This victory is sweet for Congress party because in this election, BJP was not able to demonize Rahul Gandhi.
Yeah.
Sonia Gandhi is not in picture. You see, yes.
No, but they did pick up the whole, whole sovereignty issue.
You can't sympathize. You see, you can't say that अरे बहुत बुरा हो रहा है. Gandhis are in politics for power. और power में रहने के लिए पिटना भी पड़ता है. You get the rough side of the rod also.
पर गाली दी गई ना.
What makes it sweet is one, it's a big state. Second, you have a simple majority. Third, you have eaten into a regional party's vote. Fourth, your Labharti model has succeeded the second time. People don't understand one thing. Mallikarjun Kharge's hit rate, I'm sorry to say, is better than Rahul Gandhi.
Right.
3 elections, 2 states, and it is not a joke.
Absolutely. Let me go to Dr. Itnal. Dr. Itnal, about Reddy. Karthikeya wanted to know whether Reddy represents the Telugu-speaking, people of Karnataka.
No. Reddy represent, because there is a sizable population of Reddy community in Karnataka, whether it's in Bengaluru region or even in North Karnataka. For example, Rai Reddy is
Bellary?
Yelburga, near Raichur. So he's a Reddy. So HK Patil is a Reddy leader. In fact, his father started a Congress called Reddy Congress on one point in time to counter Devarajaras. That's fine. So it is not about Telugu identity. Ramalinga Reddy is as much a Kannadiga as I am. And he represents the Reddy community. And he had been a senior leader. He had been a working president of Congress for last 3 years. So he being in the cabinet is no surprise. And but being this south heavy, in the sense that the cabinet is right now south heavy, and that to Bangalore and Greater Bangalore. In Bangalore, we have Ramlinga Reddy, KJ George, and Jamir Ahmed Khan, and what Parameshwar. Parameshwar is from Koratagere. Koratagere is just 20 kilometers north of Bangalore. And Muniappa. Muniappa is again Bangalore. His constituency Devanalli. He is around 5 kilometers from Bangalore Airport. Bangalore Airport is also called Devanalli Airport actually. So it is more of Greater Bangalore here. You know that we have got 5 ministers from this region and 3 from the rest of the state. Who are there? MP Patil being a very big Lingayat leader. In fact, the Congress wanted to mentor him as a counter to Yediyurappa's presence there. So that's why MP Patil is there. Satish Jarkioli is a very, very close confidant of Siddaramaiah, and all the brothers, Ramesh, Satish, and Balchand, they are in different political parties. But Satish is one man who subscribes to Siddaramaiah's rationalism. He is the only politician who submitted his nomination in Rahu column. He looks for inauspicious time to file nominations, and he wins. And he many times he calls meetings, in graveyard. But he has this crazy ideas of proving his point. Much like your DMK stalwarts like Karnataka or Periyar, he behaves like that. So and he's a very he has got a very strong presence in Belgaum, and Saudi also from Belgaum.
Right.
I don't know if the Saudi's name is there or not, but in the future they're going to play this balancing act there in Belgaum.
Yeah, Doc, there was a question also about Muniappa. The rumors were doing the round that Muniappa may be asked to sit out. If that had happened, then Roopkala would have been, accommodated. Muniappa, look, I'm not even going to go into the past of all these people because no one has a clean record. We all know Muniappa, all these stories, Ramesh Jarkioli, all these stories we know. But what do you think? Why was Muniappa a big question mark? Because, if you look at Muniappa, he is a former minister and MP for almost 3 decades, from Devanahalli. And he had represented Kolar earlier, as we all know, and then now Roopkala won the KGF seat. So tell me something, what are you hearing? Why was there a question mark on Muniappa at all, Dr. Itnal?
Muniappa, having been union minister a couple of times, and also being a parliamentarian for so many years, there was an uneasy relationship between him and Siddaramaiah. Siddaramaiah always saw in Muniappa an alternative call center. That's why the relationship was not very good at all.
Doctor, I'll try to add to your argument. Lot of people forget that when the UPA was in power, or when Sonia was coming into power, there were 3 people running the Congress party on her behalf. 2 have passed away and 1 has retired. Their names are Ahmed Patel, Janardhan Dwivedi and Motilal Vora. Mr. Muniappa, doctor, was part of Ahmed Bhai's team. So Mr. Muniappa was doing, correct? So Mr. Muniappa was more of Ahmed Bhai's man in Delhi's politics. So sometimes, you have big state leaders, but they do politics in Delhi. And then you have state leaders who don't want to go to center. So Siddaramaiah is one of those leaders. So Muniappa was doing the state politics. He was never considered for that position, And we are also forgetting one person who left the Congress party and he was treated very well, Mr. S.M. Krishna.
Yes.
You see, he also dominated the Karnataka Congress for more than a decade. He went on to become the Foreign Affairs Minister. So I think the dynamics have changed, and this time Karnataka, new Congress has come up. People forget that, sometimes things change, and things are changing in the Congress party, and new people are taking over. How many people knew about Sukhu? How many people knew about the fact that DK would emerge someone like this? I remember in last government, Mr. Gowda was a very important player, but this time he is not around. So this present ceremony is about, can Congress, you recall the last one in Bengaluru, every leader came, political parties came, you know, when Kumar Swamy was sworn in as Chief Minister. But then what happened? People said he is a Chief Minister, stay in lands in Taj.
Yeah.
That was the accusation. Now Congress party has got a chance to use this state to step up its campaign in India. Turning point movement jisko kehte hain. For example, the turning point
We're
movement.
getting live shots, Kartikeya. I'm sorry to interrupt you. There you have it. You look at that deputy. I mean, he's wearing a very natty shirt, I must say. DKS, as it were, you know, always known for being extremely stylish. You know, there he is. You can see him. Very flamboyant. I mean, he shoots from the hip. He's kind of also somebody who does not mince his words. There he is, DK Shivakumar, the man from Kanakapura, who's 62 years old, who was born.
You know, the entire Congress party, I would say entire Delhi brass, is flying to Bengaluru. They are so happy.
Absolutely.
You know, people from social media teams to other, the entire party is flying there. It's like a party time in the Congress. उनको लग रहा है कि सरकार बेंगलुरु में नहीं दिल्ली में बन गई है. Because the Karnataka is not, you know, it is very wrong when people say it's a big state. It is very wrong when people say it's a moneyed state. No, Karnataka represents hope for the Congress party. It doesn't represent any other thing.
Yes.
It represents hope.
Yeah, they have revived it. They have revived the Congress. Karnataka, what Karnataka did, and the man right in the middle, who for almost 5 days was dithering, adamant, waffling, some were saying, had several hours meeting, breakfast meeting, lunch meeting with Rahul Gandhi, also met with Randeep Surjewala, KC Venugopal, and also like Kartikeya said, ultimately that one message from Mrs. Gandhi did it, who was away in Mashobra. There he is. You can see him shaking hands. And you know, DK Shivakumar,
the names are there.
Yeah, the names are all there. And I'm very surprised.
Hemant Soren's name is there.
Yeah.
Jharkhand Chief Minister. Then Sharad Pawar's name is there. Kamal Hassan is on stage.
Sharad Pawar too.
No. Kamal Hassan.
And Kamala Hassan. Yes, Kamala Hassan's name is also there. Then, you know, so let's see if the star will arrive. He campaigned much like Kicha Sudeep did for the BJP. Kamala Hassan, he campaigned for the Congress party, and we all had a discussion that will it really matter? Those are the names on your screen.
I'm very surprised Kamal Hassan is on stage.
Muka Stalin is also being invited. For all you know, DK,
you know, Stalin has done one thing for Congress party which Karnanidhi could never do. And I would say Stalin has done one thing. I know these Akhilesh Yadav and all these names are coming, Sharad Pawar. Sharad Pawar ji has played double game multiple times, you know. He's part of the UPA, but his MLAs are supporting the BJP government in Nagaland. But what Stalin has done is, he has stuck by Rahul Gandhi in his toughest time. You know, he has made that friendship which I think in a limited way, which Rajiv Gandhi enjoyed with Jai Jayalalitha. A sort of a personal rapport.
And you know, considering tomorrow is Rajiv Gandhi's death anniversary and Rahul is going there, he will also perhaps visit Sri Perumbudur. Despite the Dravidian theory about the LTTE,
Rahul Gandhi
Stalin kept up with Rahul.
Started his Bharat Jodo Yatra from Sri Perumbudur.
Sri Perumbudur.
Yes. Then there was a function in Kanyakumari.
Yeah, there it is.
Yes, there it is. So, you know, it is, you know, these are very... these are subtleties of politics. So, Stalin has provided them help. Stalin, in fact, tried to get other opposition leaders together. Stalin has intellectually challenged Bharatiya Janata Party. Stalin has actually both intellectually, in narrative way, challenged BJP. Anna Malai can be, you know, given pages and pages in Delhi. But Anna Malai is not a patch on Stalin's stature today. And this whole bogus theory which is being floated that Dravidian politics will die in next 3 years, we'll come to know in the next election when the same party under the same chief minister is going to sweep the election. Because what has happened in the process is the embrace which ADNK has done with BJP, it has compromised it. Yeah. It doesn't represent that Tamil pride, you know, that independent thing. So that way Stalin is a very important figure here.
Is that Priyank Kharge?
Yes,
indeed.
That is Priyank Kharge.
Priyank Kharge, there you see on your screen, waving out to the crowds and also to his fans.
I think Mallikarjun Kharge's wife is...
could be the...
Yes.
Yeah, the wife of Mallikarjun Kharge.
Yes.
That is Priyank Kharge. He just walked in, all getting ready for the swearing-in ceremony. Names of all those
I'm
who
telling
will
you,
attend.
the feeling
are
within the Congress party is Bengaluru nahi, Delhi jeet liya.
Delhi
That's
jeet liya,
that's how they are happy.
Absolutely. DK Suresh there, you know, very important man. DK Shivakumar's brother, DK Suresh. DK Suresh.
In
had
fact, there
said
is a story
how
about
they were
DK
not very
Suresh.
happy, you know, about the decisions taken, but
You
they
know,
will, however,
DK
do
Suresh
it.
did one thing, Sudha. Let me just add. DK Suresh put his foot down. DK Suresh said that, you know, this cannot happen. You have to publicly announce it. He's a sole member of parliament.
Yeah.
Huh? So they realized that if something DK Suresh will do, it will completely sully the party in Karnataka. So it was then this compromise happened. You will be the only deputy chief minister. Now there is a flip side to it. The flip side is you can have multiple number twos. But to have one number two, what Shivakumar has done is he has, in a way politically, well, I can't blame him, he has fixed succession. The problem with Parameshwar and other people is that DK Shivakumar has fixed succession.
Fixed it, yeah.
If tomorrow Siddaramaiah says, मैं जा रहा हूँ politics छोड़ के, I am leaving politics, DK becomes the chief minister and no other person. So that is something which Congress will have to learn to live with, because now you know that who is the successor.
Right.
You know, this is the flip side to it, but the
Right.
good side to it is that there is no political uncertainty.
Right. You know, the thing is that Dr. Itnal and Shyam Prasad, you know, the list that we have, and we've been speaking about it even as, you know, very soon, because all the leaders have started arriving. They've started arriving for the swearing in. Do you think we will have some dark horse emerge also? Do you think there it is, the name of Sri Mallikarjun Kharge? We just saw, even as the camera person, you know, zoomed out of it. That is the stadium decked up completely in marigold and other flowers and getting ready for the fabulous, or rather grand, swearing-in ceremony of Siddaramaiah. So I was, Shyam, I wanted to know, do you think there will be some surprise element that we do not know, or you think the Congress party is not confused? These are the names as of now and it will go by it.
No, I think it's Congress party doesn't believe in giving shockers and surprises. It will be steady. Now, let me, I'm dying to make this point actually. Our friend mentioned about Mr. Satish Kargiholi and his rationality, right? You see the larger cases. There is Kamal Hassan on the stage.
Yes.
And also, yesterday Siddaramaiah ji thanked the people of Karnataka. And he posted his picture like this, his office, where the message is clear. What does Mr. Siddaramaiah has in his office? Baswanna, Lord Buddha, and Dr. Ambedkar. Look at the direction in which there is a messaging that is going on. I think Congress is sharpening the ideological divide and is fighting it. That's why its revival is stronger in South India. You see all the messaging. I think this is going to go north, and slowly the rationality will triumph over jingoism.
You know, let me just add one thing to this argument. Sharpening of the ideological divide by Karnataka. Even in that manifesto, Congress was able to polarize and push in minority votes when BJP was using, adding, trying to collude Bajrang Bali with Bajrang Dal. There are two different things. Congress stuck to it. Their spokesperson stuck to it. And what it did was a reverse polarization of the minority community for the Congress party.
Absolutely.
So, yes, I completely agree with Dr.
Shyam.
Yes,
and
yes.
Dr. Itnal also wants to comment. Dr. Itnal, thank you for your patience, Dr. Itnal. Do you want to comment on what has been, you know, spoken about so far, Dr. Itnal? Please go ahead.
I just wanted to add to what Shyam was saying is that, Siddaramaiah issued an official order when he was Chief Minister last time that every government office in Karnataka should display the photograph of Basavanna. No other Chief Minister did that, and no other government could do this, because Basavanna is not a Prime Minister or the President. He's not a freedom fighter. But because of his rational philosophy, because of Siddaramaiah's identity with rationality, he issued a government order that every government office must carry Ambedkar, Basavanna compulsorily.
Wow. You know something, I was discussing this with Professor, just one thing, with Professor Puranik, and he said that's not right. He goes to temples. My point is not that, Doc. All I'm saying is, you can go to temples, you can go to mosque, you can go to church. But the point is, when Siddaramaiah says he's an atheist, what he means is that he respects all religion and he's not really, it's not, I mean, he will go to the family or the village deity, Siddarameshwara. Why not? He will go there and maybe bow down and seek his blessings.
That Veera Kunita is what? The Veera Kunita that he is doing, that Siddaramaiah, what is this? That dance is for a deity, no?
Yes, absolutely.
It's for the deity. So he's not, it's not that he's atheist or he's against gods, nothing like that. He's simply rationalist. Being rationalist has got nothing to do with whether you believe in God or don't believe in God.
Right.
Being rational is something else. Okay. And again, I cannot resist but make this point about the stadium that where this event is happening, Kanteerava Stadium. This is a huge stadium. At the same time, it was a lake. This is a lake converted into a stadium. Just a stone's throw away is Bengaluru Central Bus Station. That was also a lake. So these were two big lakes in the city. One
No,
is
but
Dharmabudhi
wasn't
and
this
the
constructed in, isn't it a very old stadium, almost 70 years old?
It is, but it is a lake basically.
Right, okay, all right, a
You know,
very historic place. Yeah, Kartikeya.
Siddaramaiah is an atheist and Mallikarjun Kharge is a practicing Buddhist. And you have DK Shivakumar who's devout, very religious, makes no bones. So it's a very heterogeneous leadership structure.
Right.
So even if you look at the biodata of Mr. Kharge, he's a practicing Buddhist.
Yeah. See, this is what is the beauty of the South, the thing is that you have alternatives. For instance, in whether it's Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, we are not stuck on just one way. We are stuck on different ways to reach the God. Shyam, would you agree on that? And what Kartikeya is saying, one is a practicing Buddhist, the other is someone who says, I'm an atheist, I respect all religions. And you have DK Shivakumar, the man on the screen right now wearing a very natty shirt. And he says he's very devout, he's very ritualistic. Do you think that is the beauty of the South, Shyam Prasad makeup, which I think the BJP will not be able to break very easily?
I totally agree, and that's the beauty of perhaps actually India, which was damaged to a certain extent in certain areas, but it is still intact, and we are proud of it, especially in South India, and that tradition is there. And actually, you should also note, since I'm a party man, Congress party brings that to the fore. Congress party allows all elements to use that platform and to voice their opinions. I think that's what is happening in Congress. That's the good sign for me, rather than winning an election. I think Congress realized where it stands ideologically, and that's a very happy sign for the democracy of India.
Right. I want to go to Dr. Itnal and ask him, Dr. Itnal, what do you think must have appeased finally G. Parameswara? He was very, very angry initially. He did not want to be part of this. He said, I'm sitting out. And let's not forget that he was the 7th Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka and the longest serving president of the Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee, 2 consecutive terms. Ultimately, he said, no, we are all working towards the party. Do you think, like what Kartikeya was saying, that when DK said, this is it and no far, this is how you have to adhere, do you think that's what must have Parameswara would have realized that, listen, I cannot do more than this?
Absolutely, absolutely. One thing is that, during Parameswara's time as a president of KPCC or as a deputy CM last time, there was no considerable substantial achievements, so to say, in his bio. Whereas Siddaramaiah is the first for many things. For his Anna Bhagya scheme or Indira canteens, he has done. And he has this very strong bonding with Ahinda, minorities and backward communities.
All right.
So Parameswara doesn't have that persona. Somewhere down the line, he also must have realized it. Number one. Number two, like Kartikeya said, DK Shivakumar did not want to give any chance as far as succession was concerned. He wanted to make it sure, a total watertight. So that's what he has done. Okay. And about the Siddaramaiah and rationalism, 2 more minutes if you can give me. Siddaramaiah is mentored by whom? His political career starts with Nanjundaswamy. one of the great farmer leader and a rationalist. And then he was the cabinet minister at the age of 38 with Ramakrishna Hegde. Ramakrishna Hegde is again a rational person, and he was associated with J.H. Patel, who was a very, very in-your-face kind of rational person, though Lingayat. So all these things contribute to make a person, to whom you are, who mentors you, who is your guiding lights, all those things. And DK Shivakumar, though he is a ritualistic person, this man got into huge controversy a few years ago when he announced that he is going to build the largest, tallest statue of Jesus in Kanteerava. So he is that kind of a man. He's a practicing ritualistic Hindu. At the same time, he wants to build, have a monolithic statue of Jesus also.
Right. We have Lakshmi Hebalkar on the screens right now, a very important leader and also considered to be very, very close to DK Shivakumar. Her name has not figured in the first list, and I think
maybe there will be a second list.
That's what, because I'm not saying that I would go if my name is not there. I would go, but Shyam Prasad Meka, before I let you go, I want to ask you, do you think that this confusion will go on? I did not get one. I'm a Lingayat. After all, our community voted for you. I'm a Vokkaliga. I'm a Kuruba, so on and so forth. Don't you think that it is not going to be easy? They are going to be walking on eggshells.
True, Sudha, but that's what Congress is seasoned in, right? So we see that as a genuine aspiration. See, some guy, some Waqf board or some guy came and gave a demand things, right? But we don't disparage them. It's okay, they have a right. They are asking, everybody have aspirations. But Congress party follows its own established processes and tries to give representation to everybody as much as possible without sacrificing the efficiency and the political acumen. I think it's a seasoned mechanism, seasoned people and mechanism within the Congress. But Congress party is not going to be worried about multiple people speaking about. Rather, media will go gaga over, oh, Congress is finished, so different elements are speaking, blah, blah, blah. Right. But that's not going to deter Congress. Congress will quietly go about
on your screen Muka Stalin, Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, who just walked in. Muthuvel Stalin just walked in, and of course to support Siddaramaiah, neighbouring state Karnataka, and of course an invite was duly sent, and like we were discussing in the morning, Stalin is one politician who has never disparaged Rahul Gandhi in any way. Tomorrow is of course a big day in the life of the Gandhis.
Helped him out. You have to understand that the Bharat Jodo Yatra did not start from Kerala or Karnataka. It started from Tamil Nadu.
Yes.
And all the arrangements were made by, they were all done by Stalin.
Yeah,
Stalin has not publicly ridiculed the Gandhis. In fact, he has strengthened the compact. Congress and BJP had shifted DMK and ADMK, like, as in when it, Mr. Moily is there after a long time.
Veerappa Moily, you can see there, right there, a very important man, of course, who was helming Karnataka for many years and apparently played a very important role in strategizing for the party, in the run-up to the elections.
Veerappa Moily's most important role was between 2004 to 2007 when he was head of the Administrative Reform Committee. Veerappa Moily had written volumes on how administrative reforms must take place. But it is disappointing that neither UPA 2 nor NDA 2 has implemented the major part of reforms. It's like the police reform never been implemented. Mr. Prakash, in fact, wrote about it, but those things never, they were not there. I think this is Mr. Shivakumar's daughter. She's going inside. I think it's going to be both family, politics, workers.
Yes, absolutely.
Lot of people, because this victory is sweeter then the victory of 2013 also. In 2013, everyone knew that Yedurappa gifted
You know,
Congress.
the crowd, do you think, let's guess, the way the people move, do you think it's Siddaramaiah who's actually getting off the car? Look at the movement there. You know, people there is a security, of course, has been beefed up. I suddenly saw a lot of movement there, and maybe, you know, Siddaramaiah will walk in. But you were talking about...
I was just saying that it was sweeter because in 2013, Yedurappa broke away from BJP, took away 10.3% of the vote, and BJP was down to 20% of votes. So Bharatiya Janata Party got a knockout from the Congress party. But people knew that it's because of Yedurappa. But this time, it's neither Yedurappa, it's neither Bharatiya Janata Party. They have won this election on their own steam, on their own canvas, on their own manifesto. And I think it is for this reason that the Congress party has done so well in Karnataka, because it's not a default victory. A lot of people are saying it's a default victory.
No,
I
not
think
at
they are
all.
getting it wrong. This is the sweet victory for Congress party, where workers had come. What BJP had been doing for Congress is by breaking their morale, तुम चुनाव नहीं जीत सकते और जीत भी जाओ तो तुम्हें सरकार नहीं चलाने देंगे. Something which Indira ji used to do with all the Samajwadi governments. जीत भी जाओ तो सरकार गिरा देंगे. Something which happened with Sanyukta Sarkars in 1967, or even the governments in Delhi 1977 and 1990. But this time around, what has happened is that, you know, you can't shake this government. There can be no Operation Kamal in Karnataka. And I think the Congress hand has subsumed the Kamal. The Kamal is in the Congress hand. I would say differently. Congress has plucked the Kamal and the Kamal is in the Congress hand. BJP is finding it difficult is that despite all guns blazing, despite Bajrang Bali campaign, despite the fact that, you know, hijab, demography, sovereignty, nationalism, every issue raised, they were able to hold their fort. So the question for Congress is, can they do that in Telangana? Okay. If we can do this in Telangana, can we do this in Rajasthan, where Vasundhara is very shifty with Amit Shah?
Yeah.
Can they do it with in Madhya Pradesh, where Shivraj Singh Chauhan does not enjoy a great rapport with the central leadership? He just happens to be there.
Yeah.
So, and you would recall, even in Chhattisgarh, Raman Singh does not have a free hand. The guy who ruled that state for 15 years, he does not have a free hand. So it has given that hope to the Congress party, and hope is the most important thing in a war.
Absolutely. And let me welcome the guest.
Oh, Mr. Balu is there.
Yes, T.R. Balu also.
Long time.
Yes, it's been a long time. You were discussing Parliament yesterday. Maybe you met him several times over. And of course,
You know, it was very
Balu's
difficult to meet DMK leaders. Let me tell you, 2004 to 2014. First, it was difficult because, you know, they wouldn't like to meet.
Yes.
You know, they kept themselves limited to the Tamil press. And then after 2010, you couldn't meet them because the 2G happened.
Yeah.
So then they refused to meet. So DMK, for me, when I covered Parliament, always remained an enigma. I couldn't crack into their
and also the
inner system.
language, because they are very wary of anyone who speaks Hindi. So therefore, if you approach them maybe in English and say, "Sir, can I speak with you?" they'll still respond.
That is fine. You know, that is fine. I got the chance to interact with Karna Didi's elder son, Arigari. But Arigari himself was not interested in that position. He would rarely come. Everyone knew that that government was run by, supported by powerful regional satraps. But then, you know, Congress paid the price. But you know, now it will be a different Congress. If they form a government, if they get a chance, they will not repeat the mistake of UPA 2. They will not allow regional satraps to run away with powerful portfolios. That will not happen.
Let me now invite the guest, Professor Chambi Puranik, very well-known political analyst, very, very senior, knows Karnataka, has watched the politics unfold decade after decade. Very happy to have you here, sir. And also Roja Kandat, who's a very senior and well-known journalist in Karnataka. Let me first, I'll come to both of you, but today is a big day in the lives of all Kannadigas. Why Kannadigas? Even us, Indians, I guess. A new government is being formed. That is the beauty of a vibrant democracy. Look at that stadium, Kanteerava, leaders are arriving. There you can see Priyank Kharge, Kamala Hassan sitting there, you know, of Makkal Needi Mayyam, the party which did not
He's such
do
a polite
much.
person. I had the opportunity to interview him only once in Chennai. I'm sorry, when you talk to Kamal Hassan, you don't realize the sort of the big superstar he is, and not once he'll make you feel uncomfortable. I recall those 2 hours when I spent with him. We had a cup of coffee, then he offered me food, and at that point of time there were chances of him at that point of time starting his own party. And I tell you, I have met many stars, but he is one of the most down to earth stars I have met.
Many national awards under his belt.
He's very well read, Kamal Hassan.
He's very well read, plays several instruments. He's a maverick. Some people say he's a genius, but today it's about
And he's
Siddaramaiah.
diametrically opposite to his brother. Complete diametrically opposite to his brother.
So here, but today is Siddaramaiah's day. Today is DK Shivakumar's day, and the swearing in will start in some time. Let me now go to Professor Chambi Puranik. Professor Chambi Puranik, a very important day in the lives of every Kannadiga, every Indian, I guess. I want to ask you. There are a lot of predictable questions, but have you seen the list, sir? The list which is now set in stone, as it were. Muniappa, KJ George, Parameshwara, Satish Jarkioli, MB Patil. These are the names. But one name which is missing, and she was being shown, Lakshmi Hebbalkar, who's very, very close to DK Shivakumar. Why do you think, Professor, her name is missing? Or do you think, what are you hearing? Will there be a second list as well, Professor?
Good afternoon. A great day.
Great.
A very historic day for the people of Karnataka, and also a kind of larger message to the entire country, which is going to face elections in 4 states, and Congress has tried to revive. And I think it's a good beginning for a long march, a big step. I think that thing, I also consider.
Just a minute, Professor, just a minute. Sorry, there you have Mehbooba Mufti all the way. That is what is the beauty. From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, and I'm not repeating the Bharat Jodo line at all. You can see Kamala Hassan, you can now see Mehbooba Mufti, who's flown in all the way from Kashmir, and there Nitish Babu walks in, says a namaskar. Muka Stalin on your screens right now. Muttuvel Karunanidhi Stalin, there it is, Nitish Babu, Chief Minister of Bihar, who's walked in, working as almost a fulcrum around which the opposition parties are planning to kind of unite against the BJP. So all this is going to be very, very important picture. There is T.R. Balu, MP, standing right behind Muka Stalin, and T.R. Balu's son Raja is of course now a minister in the cabinet of Tamil Nadu. He takes over. There it is, exchanging words. There you have Nitish Babu shaking hands, all of them waiting for the swearing-in ceremony to begin any time now. Yes, Professor, you were saying.
It's not only a memorable day, but also I think a day for rejoicement, for the people of Karnataka, because we were fed up with the kind of coalition government and fragmented verdict, and also the kind of administration. There was no continuity or kind of stability for the government to carry on with whatever things they had promised. That happened in spite of...
Professor, there is Mr. Gehlot, Chief Minister of Rajasthan. He hugged DKS. They were both laughing. I mean, the celebration, the happiness is so clear for everyone to see. Yes, Professor, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep, interrupting you.
No problem. No, it's also a great thing, because what happened in 2018 is now being repeated. That was in front of Vidhan Sabha, and now it is in Kanteerava Stadium. Kanteerava is the name of a great king, who built Karnataka. And the pride of Karnataka or Kannadiga has to be restored, permanently. I think that same kind of symbolic thing that can happen. We all hope. So I was telling that we were unhappy with the unstable government and the politicking and the kind of central interference and all these remote control kind of thing. Karnataka people are not happy. Though Congress government is loyal to Gandhi family, that is only for logistics, in terms of strategies, and then they allow the leader to go ahead and all that. That's one. Number two, I think they have promised a lot of things to the people, and people are expecting. Every day, people are asking after 10th result, 13th result onwards, when are they going to issue orders for the 5 guarantees? Are they going to take only 1 or 2 and all that? I'm glad, Mr. Siddaramaiah, before taking oath, has already called the finance secretary and a couple of officers who are also very close to him earlier when he was chief minister, asking how to go about it. That's a good thing. It has never happened. No chief minister has met the officers who are responsible to take care of the financial discipline and the fiscal management and all that. So that is number two. Number three, coming to your question of yes, Lakshmi Hebbulkar not being included. I think it's a big surprise and also very unfair. When we have 8 men plus 2, one chief minister and deputy chief minister, both all are men. What is the kind of message you are sending to the people of
Exactly.
Karnataka? I think that particular thing I take objection, or I feel sad for that, because Lakshmi Hebbulkar deserves to be there, because he is a kind of in the gladiator in that sense, which I mentioned to Shivakumar, in the Belgaum district or the Mumbai, Karnataka, to take on Ramesh Jarkoli and many other leaders who are challenging their position. He has even successfully. So that is what is required for a cabinet.
I think a lot of leaders have walked in. Ashok, Farooq Abdullah, Ashok Gehlot, all the political leaders, Rajiv Shukla.
We just saw also Renuka Chaudhary, if I'm
Anand
not wrong.
Sharma, Renuka Chaudhary. Sitaram Yechury. Most of these leaders are there.
Yes, they are all there. And let me go to Roja. Roja, big day for all the Kannadigas today, but a lot of work for this government, So do you think their first focus is going to be on the 5 guarantees? Because Siddaramaiah has already spoken about it.
Yeah, good morning, Sudha. I stay very close to the Kanteerava Stadium. I stay on Residency Road. So if you want me to even hop into the stadium, I can.
How nice.
Morning, there was a slight lathi charge at gate number 3 because there was, too much of crowds. Anyway, speaking about work, when I travel on Bangalore roads, I have auto drivers asking me, ma'am, will they give 2,000 rupees? When are they putting 2,000 rupees into our wives' accounts? Then some people want to know, like my maid wants to know, when are they going to give free electricity? So I think a lot of the votes have come from the poor people just based on these 5 promises, and people are just waiting. There are memes doing the rounds where people are not paying electricity bills in the villages because they're saying electricity is free, we are not paying anymore. So the BESCOM people in Karnataka are already having a very tough time. And some people say just watching TV, trying to find out whether DK Shivakumar or Siddaramaiah is going to be the chief minister, we have consumed all our electricity. So there are these lovely memes doing the rounds, but all said and done, having voted for the Congress to power several times in Bangalore, and having seen different governments, I'm sure the Siddaramaiah government will get to task tomorrow morning and will start fulfilling the needs of people, because for the last 5 years, I think they've been really a hard time, especially for the poor people. And the Congress is very well aware of it. And, I have a local MLA called N.A. Harris, who's also a Congress person. So every time I call him and I tell him I don't have a Kaveri connection or I have an electricity problem, he immediately attends to it. I mean, this is my experience and I'm not promoting the Congress. So I'm sure all people who take oath today, and even those who don't like Lakshmi Hebbulkar, she will eventually get a portfolio, will start work. I'm sure about it, and I'm very positive, because the poor of Karnataka are really looking forward to the Congress government. And, they are really unhappy with the Indira canteen having gone, the Nandini milk price going up, and so many things, day-to-day problems of people.
Right.
You made a very important point that the actually electorate went for the promises made by Congress party. Now, it's not as if that BJP has not made similar promises and benefited. The Ujjwala Yojana actually turned the election for BJP in Uttar Pradesh, because it benefited women in rural areas, because all they got in every afternoon was smoke in their eyes. Ujjwala provided them smokeless chulas. So similarly, a lot of editorials have been written. I completely agree with you. Point blank observation. Rural poor, urban poor, they have voted for Congress party. And as when Sudha continue to discuss this, that this will require 40,000 crore expenditure from exchequer. Now they will have to go in for that. How will they do it is a different thing, because जैसे गुजरात मॉडल बना था, Now with Himachal Pradesh, Congress can actually talk about a Karnataka model. They don't have a Rajasthan model, they have a very bad Chhattisgarh model, they don't have a Madhya Pradesh model, anyhow the government is gone. They could never had a Punjab model, they cannot have a Himachal model, but they can have a Karnataka model. And like Modi, who created a Gujarat model for his successful campaign around Delhi, Congress can create a very powerful Karnataka model. Now, this Karnataka, and see, entire Congress party is there. This never used to be the case when Congress was in power. I remember not many senior leaders went for swearing in of the Chief Minister. I have covered this party for donkey years. Even when BJP swearing in took place, senior ministers would go, the Prime Minister would not go. This time around, the entire Congress top brass is present. So you can imagine how important psychologically this Karnataka victory is for them.
But Roja, the thing is that we have this, what is called welfares, which was also announced by Stalin. He completed 2 years. There are a lot of complaints that it actually, not all, let me be clear, but some of the schemes did not reach. Like they said, women will be given free travel, or they will be given money. There will be a COVID kind of compensatory thing which will be given to them. Do you think that the same kind of fear, because or there is hope. There is hope after what the people of Karnataka suffered, the 40% Sarkara, corruption, no one listening to them. Kartikeya was saying right in the morning, what do this prove? It proves there is hope, eternal. So do you think there is hope right now that the Congress will deliver, Roja?
There is hope, and speaking about Tamil Nadu, my experience is because some of our lower economic labor in Karnataka comes from Tamil Nadu. I think Stalin is doing an okay job, but there is no drama like it was associated with Jayalalitha. With Jayalalitha, there was so much of drama. I think Stalin is just going about doing his job in a quiet fashion, in a very professional fashion, without creating all the halla bulla which is usually done. And all said and done, of course, they will promise the sky, but any welfare measure has to come from the taxpayers' money. So there is a lot of balancing act that you will need to do. Let us say these people for 2 years... Let me
also do the balancing act, as of now, because our colleague has filed this report, and let's take a look at this.
Siddaramaiah has arrived.
Siddaramaiah arrives, but
Mallikarjun Kharge has arrived.
I think we can kind of, look at Vajji's report a bit later. This is the most important man, as it were. Thank you, Kartikeya. You caught the screen. Even I was looking at something else.
Kharge
there you have it. Mallikarjun Kharge has arrived.
I think now Gandhis will arrive. Now Rahul Gandhi and Sonia will arrive. I think despite the fact that...
what do you think?
I think Priyanka should be there. I have been told that both Rahul, Priyanka and Sonia will be here. So the protocol is that the last man standing should be Mallikarjun Kharge. But I think in this case, yes, the president of the Congress party has arrived. But I think one of the Gandhi should be, if I am not wrong, Gandhis are already in the stage. The cameras have not caught them.
There you are, Priyanka Gandhi.
I could see Priyanka.
There, Randeep Singh Surjewala, who's not a Gandhi, of course, but very important man so far as Karnataka is concerned.
He's Priyanka Gandhi's man, Randeep Singh Surjewala.
Yes, and Chief Minister designate, waving
and he was in charge of Karnataka. And you see, the important thing is a bit of a side trivia. Mr. Surjewala's career went into a sort of a sinkhole after he contested by-elections.
There you have it. That's the picture for tomorrow. I think that's the picture forever, not just tomorrow, today, yesterday, but this picture will go a very long way in proving that the men who were actually having a little bit of difference have resolved it. This is timeless. There you have it, a timeless picture of Rahul Gandhi along with Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar. If you may recall, during the Bharat Jodo Yatra, Rahul Gandhi made it his effort to see that both of them beat the drum of friendship, as it were, Kartikeya.
Yes, and now Rahul is also there. I don't know whether Sonia Gandhi will be there or not, but Rahul Gandhi has arrived.
Yeah, Sonia is missing.
maybe
she's indisposed.
So Sonia is missing. But I think the bottom line is that it's a big movement for the Congress party. And as I was talking about that side trivia, Randeep Singh Surjewala, who was General Secretary in charge of the state, his career was in decline for the last 5 years. First of all, he lost the by-election in Jind. After losing the by-election in Jind, he lost his own seat, Kaithal in Haryana. After losing his seat, Kaithal in Haryana, he got lot of negative publicity. As General Secretary in charge of communication. Then he was sent to Karnataka. He was given a Rajya Sabha seat after a lot of bargaining. So this is coming back for Randeep Singh Surjewala also, because this election means a lot of things for a lot of people.
Putting him back into focus. He was eclipsed. He was eclipsed for the longest time.
He could never become Chief Minister. Bhudda never wanted him back.
Look at that.
He's shifted to Rajya Sabha.
Absolutely.
Randeep has shifted to Rajya Sabha. He is ending his electoral politics. He's a Rajya Sabha member now.
There you have it, Chief Minister designate shaking hands with everybody, a smile for someone, a pat on the shoulder for someone else. He also laughed, some kind of a private joke that he seems to be sharing with a lot of people. That is CM designate, Siddaramaiah, the man in waiting, Look at that, waving to someone, saying someone from row number 2 coming up to Siddaramaiah, shook hands with Lakshmi Hebbalkar. We were talking about Lakshmi Hebbalkar. Let's see where it goes. Whether Lakshmi Hebbalkar will feature in the second list. There, saying his hellos before he actually takes oath as Chief Minister of Karnataka. The flags unfurling there. Look at those imagery there. Right there, the flags unfurling, creating the atmosphere that something historical is about to unfold.
It is one thing to watch it from studio with AC on, and another thing to cover this on ground.
Yeah, sweating away.
Sweating away to glory. And then no one caring about you once the live visuals have started. So, sometimes I can really understand. Now, she is the TMC...
Kakoli Dastidar Ghosh.
I think she is Kakoli Dastidar. But anyway, yes, Mamta doesn't come because she has issues with the left party. That's the basic issue.
So is it Sitaram or D. Raja?
I think it's Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi is aligned with the left. But you see, Rahul Gandhi has taken something or believes that he should carry on with what Indira Gandhi fostered. Indira Gandhi's government in 67 was supported by left parties from outside.
Yes.
Then they supported her with the Congress right within. She in fact wanted to take some steps on which Chaudhary Charan Singh left the government, which was land. She wanted to, at that point of time,
there,
deprivatize
look at that
them.
picture. I'm sorry, look at that picture.
Kamal Nath.
Look at that picture. Kamal Nath along with the Gandhi siblings, Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi, very deeply immersed in some conversation. This lady comes up and is actually blessing CM designate Siddaramaiah. You are going to see a lot of wonderful saris today also, Kartikeya. This is Karnataka.
So what happened was that the left started to support Congress party on important issues. And from there, with Indira, the Congress took a leftward turn. And people think that it is Rahul Gandhi's love for the left party. It is incorrect. Sonia's comeback was supported by the left in 2003-2004 when she met Harkishan Singh Surjeet. And even today, it is only left which is ideologically aligned with Congress party against Narendra Modi. It is not Mamata Banerjee. Mamata Banerjee is a state-centric party. She has failed in Northeast. She failed in Goa. So Mamata, I do not expect Mamata to be part of any grand alliance with the Congress party, because the view within the Congress is what has gone with Mamata belongs to us, which is Congress party. What is with left is theirs because it was built in opposition to them.
Yes.
So this alliance will stay. So someone says that.
But then I wonder what she will do then in this kind of a conglomeration.
Succession, Sudha, succession. For
because
example,
Stalin is with the Congress. If you look at it, she can't be fighting everybody there, right?
I'm actually, apart from other thing, I'm very worried about the Munch also. It's like people are there way beyond.
You remember what happened during the Samajwadi Party?
I remember in 2013.
It collapsed, and there is, I hope it is Sharad Pawar ji there on
in
stage.
2013, there was a protest which was taking place at Rajghat where Rajnath Singh and Sushma Swaraj were there, and everyone knew that it was overloaded and it collapsed right in front of the media, went live.
I remember
and they
that
were all
very
of them
well.
were lucky that none of them suffered any injury.
There you have it, the man number 1 and number 2, and yet again Rahul
But
Gandhi.
you know, the larger issue here is, can they build a larger forum for themselves on this victory?
That's
the way BJP built a larger
But
forum.
I somehow feel, Kartikeya, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel these two men are going to really concentrate on getting the government back on track.
You see,
for some time, this kind of a front is going to be put on the back
so
burner.
there are two things: running a government, fulfilling the aspiration of people, and using that government to launch your own career or a revival plan of the Congress party. Narendra Modi used Gujarat not only to sustain BJP there, but as a revival of BJP nationally, because BJP in 2009 only got 139 seats in 2004, and it got reduced to some 129 seats in 2009 elections.
Right.
So not only he revived his career, there was a vibrant Gujarat campaign, there was a campaign for Modi as the Prime Minister. So the larger question is, can this victory be used? Because Rahul Gandhi is not the Chief Minister,
Right.
Modi was the Chief Minister.
Yes.
Bharat Jodo Yatra has not started. Can this victory be used, Narayan Swamiji, can this victory be used
ex-Chief Minister of Puducherry,
for a build-up of the Congress party? I think that is the big question. The reason why all these people are here is to show that the regional parties still respect the Congress party. It is not a Congress affair. This ceremony is a larger affair. So my question, Sudha, to you is, do you think they can use Karnataka to revive Congress nationally? And if that's so, what are the 5 big challenges?
I think the 5 big challenges is to see that everyone, I mean, you need to have that kind of winning an election is a do or die situation in your respective states. But then making this front a success, somehow, I'm sorry, I may sound very pessimistic, while running the government, this may just peter off. Number 2, getting all the leaders on the same page. Already there are murmurs. KCR is sitting out. I do not know if Nitish has, because he's known to dilly-dally all the time. Someone who's leading it has to be someone with a perfect or rather near perfect track record. Nitish is known to dither and waffle time and time again. That is number 2 that I see it. Number 3, the interest of the Gandhis. I just think that you cannot anymore be someone who is a reluctant prince or a reluctant politician. Karnataka over, will he keep the same steam or not? That is very important. Is Mallikarjun Kharge going to be the glue? Is everyone ready to listen to him? Are they going to feel, DKS and both Siddaramaiah, that it's Mallikarjun Kharge who actually made Karnataka possible also or only? That is a very big. So these are the challenges which I think are right in front of me, which I can speak to you about, Kartikeya, right now.
I think if you ask me, the biggest challenge for the Congress party is that will they be able to revive themselves
Is that
in North
is that
India?
the national anthem being played, Kartikeya? Do you think? Yes. See?
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಈ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ವಚನದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಕೋರುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಈಗ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ವಚನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಲು ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರ ಅನುಮತಿಯನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕೋರುತ್ತೇನೆ.
That I request everyone to be seated, and Jen said we shall begin the program.
ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಅವರನ್ನು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಪದ ಹಾಗೂ ಗೋಪ್ಯತಾ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ವಚನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಲು ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರಿನ ನಾನು ಕಾನೂನಿನ ಮೂಲಕ ಸ್ಥಾಪಿತವಾದ ಭಾರತದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಜವಾದ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಿಷ್ಠೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ನಾನು ಭಾರತದ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮತ್ವವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಅಖಂಡತೆಯನ್ನು ಎತ್ತಿ ಹಿಡಿಯುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಮತ್ತು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅಂತಃಕರಣಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಭಯ ಅಥವಾ ಪಕ್ಷಪಾತವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ರಾಗದ್ವೇಷವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಗೆಯ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾನೂನಿಗೆ ಅನುಸಾರವಾಗಿ ನ್ಯಾಯವಾದುದನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ದೇವರ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರಿನ ನಾನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಪರ್ಯಾಲೋಚನೆಗೆ ತರಲಾಗುವ ಅಥವಾ ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿದು ಬರುವ ಯಾವುದೇ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳ ಯುಕ್ತ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆಗೆ ಅಗತ್ಯವಾಗಬಹುದಾದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲದೆ ಅನ್ಯಥಾ ಯಾರೇ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪರೋಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಬಹಿರಂಗಪಡಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ದೇವರ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೂಗುಚ್ಛವನ್ನು ನೀಡುವ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಮಾನ್ಯ ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರು ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀ DK ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಇವರನ್ನು ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಪದ ಹಾಗೂ ಗೋಪ್ಯತಾ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ವಚನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಲು ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ.
So few of them at the national level that everyone had to be accommodated on stage.
ನಾನು
ಶ್ರೀ ಗಂಗಾಧರ ಅಜ್ಜನ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ದೃಢೀಕರಣವನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ನಾನು DK ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರು ನಾನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಪರ್ಯಾಲೋಚನೆಗೆ ತರಲಾಗುವಾದಂಥ ಅಥವಾ ನನ್ನ ತಿಳಿಯ ಬಯಸುವ ಯಾವುದೇ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಯುಕ್ತ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಅಗತ್ಯಬಹುದಾದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳಲ್ಲದೆ ಅನ್ಯಥಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಅಥವಾ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪರೋಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಬಹಿರಂಗಪಡಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ಗಂಗಾಧರ ಅಜ್ಜರ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ನ್ಯಾಯಯುತವಾಗಿದೆಂದು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಶ್ರೀ ಗಂಗಾಧರ ಅಜ್ಜನ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ದೃಢೀಕರಣವನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ನಾನು DK ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರು ನಾನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಪರ್ಯಾಲೋಚನೆಗೆ ತರಲಾಗುವಾದಂಥ ಅಥವಾ ನನ್ನ ತಿಳಿಯ ಬಯಸುವ ಯಾವುದೇ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಯುಕ್ತ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಅಗತ್ಯಬಹುದಾದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳಲ್ಲದೆ ಅನ್ಯಥಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಅಥವಾ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪರೋಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಬಹಿರಂಗಪಡಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ಗಂಗಾಧರ ಅಜ್ಜರ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ದೃಢೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ಮಾನ್ಯ ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೂಗುಚ್ಛವನ್ನು ನೀಡುವ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಮಾನ್ಯ ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರು ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ G. ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ್ ಇವರನ್ನು ಸಂಪುಟ ದರ್ಜೆ ಸಚಿವರಾಗಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಪದ ಹಾಗೂ ಗೋಪ್ಯತಾ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ವಚನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಲು ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ನಾನು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ G. ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರಿನ ನಾನು ಕಾನೂನಿನ ಮೂಲಕ ಸ್ಥಾಪಿತವಾದ ಭಾರತದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಜವಾದ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಿಷ್ಠೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ನಾನು ಭಾರತದ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮತ್ವವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಅಖಂಡತೆಯನ್ನು ಎತ್ತಿ ಹಿಡಿಯುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಮತ್ತು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅಂತಃಕರಣಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಭಯ ಅಥವಾ ಪಕ್ಷಪಾತವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ರಾಗದ್ವೇಷವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಗೆಯ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾನೂನಿಗೆ ಅನುಸಾರವಾಗಿ ನ್ಯಾಯವಾದದ್ದನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ದೃಢೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ನಾನು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಜಿ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರಿನ ನಾನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಪರ್ಯಾಲೋಚನೆಗೆ ತರಲಾಗುವ ಅಥವಾ ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿದು ಬರುವ ಯಾವುದೇ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳ ಯುಕ್ತ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆಗೆ ಅಗತ್ಯಬಹುದಾದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲದೆ ಅನ್ಯಥಾ ಯಾರೇ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪರೋಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಬಹಿರಂಗಪಡಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ದೃಢೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರಿಗೆ ಹೂಗುಚ್ಛವನ್ನು ನೀಡುವ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಮಾನ್ಯ ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರು ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ.
उधर देखने का, ठीक है जी. इधर दे दो आप तो.
ಏನೆಂದು ಮತ್ತು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅಂತಃಕರಣಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಭಯ ಅಥವಾ ಪಕ್ಷಪಾತವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ರಾಗದ್ವೇಷವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಗೆಯ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾನೂನಿಗೆ ಅನುಸಾರವಾಗಿ ನ್ಯಾಯವಾದ್ಯನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ದೇವರ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ದೃಢೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ನಾನು ಕಮ್ಮದಳ್ಳಿ ಹನುಮಪ್ಪ ಮುನಿಯಪ್ಪ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರಿನ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಪರ್ಯಾಲೋಚನೆಗೆ ತರಲಾಗುವ ಅಥವಾ ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿದು ಬರುವ ಯಾವುದೇ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಯುಕ್ತ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆಗೆ ಅಗತ್ಯವಾಗಬಹುದಾದ ಸಂದರ್ಭವನ್ನಲ್ಲದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅನ್ಯಥಾ ಯಾರೇ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪರೋಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿಸುತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಬಹಿರಂಗಪಡಿಸುತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ದೇವರ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ದೃಢೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೂಗುಚ್ಛವನ್ನು ನೀಡುವ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಮಾನ್ಯ ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರು ಅಭಿನಂದಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀ KJ ಜಾರ್ಜ್ ಇವರನ್ನು ಸಂಪುಟ ದರ್ಜೆ ಸಚಿವರಾಗಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಪದ ಹಾಗೂ ಗೋಪ್ಯತಾ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ವಚನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಲು ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ.
KJ ಜಾರ್ಜ್ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರಿನ ನಾನು ಕಾನೂನಿನ ಮೂಲಕ ಸ್ಥಾಪಿತವಾದ ಭಾರತದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಜವಾದ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಿಷ್ಠೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ನಾನು ಭಾರತದ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮತ್ವವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಅಖಂಡತೆಯನ್ನು ಎತ್ತಿ ಹಿಡಿಯುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಮತ್ತು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅಂತಃಕರಣಪೂರ್ವವಾಗಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಭಯ ಅಥವಾ ಪಕ್ಷಪಾತವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ರಾಗ ದ್ವೇಷವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಗೆಯ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾನೂನಿಗೆ ಅನುಸಾರವಾಗಿ ನ್ಯಾಯವಾದುದನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ದೇವರ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ನಾನು KJ ಜಾರ್ಜ್ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರಿನ ನಾನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಪರ್ಯಾಲೋಚನೆಗೆ ತರಲಾಗುವ ಅಥವಾ ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿದು ಬರುವ ಯಾವುದೇ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳ ಯುಕ್ತ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆಗೆ ಅಗತ್ಯವಾಗಬಹುದಾದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲದೆ ಅನ್ಯಥಾ ಯಾರೇ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪರೋಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಬಹಿರಂಗಪಡಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ದೇವರ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರಿಗೆ ಹೂಗುಚ್ಛವನ್ನು ನೀಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಾನ್ಯ ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರು ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀ MB ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಇವರನ್ನು ಸಂಪುಟ ದರ್ಜೆ ಸಚಿವರಾಗಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಪದ ಹಾಗೂ ಗೋಪ್ಯತಾ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ವಚನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಲು ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ನಾನು MB ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಹೆಸರಿನ ನಾನು ಕಾನೂನು ಮೂಲಕ ಸ್ಥಾಪಿತವಾದ ಭಾರತದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಜವಾದ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಿಷ್ಠೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ನಾನು ಭಾರತದ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮತ್ವವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಅಖಂಡತೆಯನ್ನು ಎತ್ತಿ ಹಿಡಿಯುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಮತ್ತು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅಂತಃಕರಣಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಭಯ ಅಥವಾ ಪಕ್ಷಪಾತವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ರಾಗ ದ್ವೇಷವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಗೆಯ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾನೂನಿಗೆ ಅನುಸಾರವಾಗಿ ನ್ಯಾಯವಾದದ್ದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆಂದು ದೇವರ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ದೃಢೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ನಾನು MB ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಪರ್ಯಾಲೋಚನೆಗೆ ತರಲಾಗುವ ಅಥವಾ ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿದು ಬರುವ ಯಾವುದೇ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳ ಯುಕ್ತ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆಗೆ ಅಗತ್ಯವಾಗಬಹುದಾದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲದೆ ಅನ್ಯಥಾ ಯಾರೇ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪರೋಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಬಹಿರಂಗಪಡಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ದೇವರ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ದೃಢೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರಿಗೆ ಹೂಗುಚ್ಛವನ್ನು ನೀಡುವ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಮಾನ್ಯ ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರು ಅಭಿನಂದಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀ ಸತೀಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಇವರನ್ನು ಸಂಪುಟ ದರ್ಜೆ ಸಚಿವರಾಗಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಪದ ಹಾಗೂ ಗೋಪ್ಯತಾ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ವಚನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಲು ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ನಾನು ಸತೀಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರಿನ ನಾನು ಕಾನೂನಿನ ಮೂಲಕ ಸ್ಥಾಪಿತವಾದ ಭಾರತ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಜವಾದ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಿಷ್ಠೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ನಾನು ಭಾರತ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮತ್ವವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಅಖಂಡತೆಯನ್ನು ಎತ್ತಿ ಹಿಡಿತೇನೆಂದು ಮತ್ತು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅಂತಃಕರಣಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಭಯ ಮತ್ತು ಪಕ್ಷಪಾತವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ರಾಗದ್ವೇಷವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಎಂಬ ಬಗೆಯ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾನೂನಿಗೆ ಅನುಸಾರವಾಗಿ ನ್ಯಾಯವಾದವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಎಂದು ಬುದ್ಧ ಬಸವ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಹೆಸರಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಎಂದು ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ದೃಢೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ನಾನು ಸತೀಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರಿನ ನಾನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಪರ್ಯಾಲೋಚನೆಗೆ ತರಲಾಗುವ ಅಥವಾ ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿದು ಬರುವ ಯಾವುದೇ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳ ಯುಕ್ತಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆಗೆ ಅಗತ್ಯವಾಗಬಹುದಾದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಯಥಾ ಯಾರೇ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕವಾಗಿ ಪರೋಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ಅಥವಾ ಬಹಿರಂಗಪಡಿಸಲು ಎಂದು ಬುದ್ಧ ಬಸವ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ಎಂದು ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ದೃಢೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರಿಗೆ ಹೂಗುಚ್ಛವನ್ನು ನೀಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಾನ್ಯ ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಕ್ ಖರ್ಗೆ ಇವರನ್ನು ಸಂಪುಟ ದರ್ಜೆ ಸಚಿವರಾಗಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಪದ ಹಾಗೂ ಗೋಪ್ಯತಾ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ವಚನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಲು ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ಖರ್ಗೆ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರಿನ ನಾನು ಕಾನೂನಿನ ಮೂಲಕ ಸ್ಥಾಪಿತವಾದ ಭಾರತದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಜವಾದ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಿಷ್ಠೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ನಾನು ಭಾರತದ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮತ್ವವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಅಖಂಡತೆಯನ್ನು ಎತ್ತಿ ಹಿಡಿಯುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಮತ್ತು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅಂತಃಕರಣಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ ಎಂದು ಭಯ ಅಥವಾ ಪಕ್ಷಪಾತವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ರಾಗದ್ವೇಷವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಗೆಯ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾನೂನಿಗೆ ಅನುಸಾರವಾಗಿ ನ್ಯಾಯವಾದುತ್ತೇನೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ ಎಂದು ದೇವರ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ದೃಢೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ನಾನು
ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಕರ್ಗೆ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರಿನ ನಾನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಪರ್ಯಾಲೋಚನೆಗೆ ತರಲಾಗುವ ಅಥವಾ ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿದು ಬರುವ ಯಾವುದೇ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳ ಯುಕ್ತ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆಗೆ ಅಗತ್ಯವಾಗಬಹುದಾದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲದೆ ಅನ್ಯಥಾ ಯಾರೇ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪರೋಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಬಹಿರಂಗಪಡಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ದೇವರ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ದೃಢೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೂಗುಚ್ಛವನ್ನು ನೀಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಾನ್ಯ ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರು ಅಭಿನಂದಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಚಿವರಾಗಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಪದ ಹಾಗೂ
ನಾನು ರಾಮಲಿಂಗಾರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಹೆಸರಿನ ಕಾನೂನು ಭಾರತದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಜವಾದ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಿಷ್ಠೆ ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮತ್ವವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಅಖಂಡತೆಯನ್ನು ಎತ್ತಿ ಹಿಡಿಯುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಮತ್ತು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅಂತಃಕರಣಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಭಯ ಅಥವಾ ಪಕ್ಷಪಾತವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ರಾಗದ್ವೇಷವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಗೆಯ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಸಾರವಾಗಿ ನ್ಯಾಯವಾದದ್ದೇನೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ದೃಢೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ರಾಮಲಿಂಗಾರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರನ್ನು ನಾನು ಆಲೋಚನೆಗೆ ತರಲಾಗುವ ಅಥವಾ ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿದು ಯುಕ್ತ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆಗೆ ಅಗತ್ಯವಾದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅನ್ಯಥಾ ಯಾರೇ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪರೋಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಬಹಿರಂಗಪಡಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ದೃಢೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ಶ್ರೀ BZ ಜಮೀರ್ ಅಹಮದ್ ಖಾನ್ ಇವರನ್ನು ಸಂಪುಟ ದರ್ಜೆ ಸಚಿವರಾಗಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಪದ ಹಾಗೂ ಗೌಪ್ಯತಾ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ವಚನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಲು ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ.
I, BZ Zamir Ahmad Khan, do swear in name of Allah and my mother, solemnly affirm that I will be true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India by establish that I will uphold my sovereignty and integrity of India, that I will fulfill and consider discharge my duties as a minister for the state of Karnataka, that I will do the right to all the manners of people according to the Constitution of law without fear and favor, affection, ill will. I, Zamir Ahmad Khan, do swear in name of Allah and my mother, solemnly affirm that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty. I, Zamir Ahmad Khan, do swear in name of Allah and my mother, solemnly affirm that I will not directly or indirectly connected or reveal of any person or persons any matter which shall be brought to the state of Karnataka state might be of due of discharge my duties as a minister.
Hello.
ಈಗ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಫೋಟೋ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
Hello.
ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಮುಕ್ತಾಯಗೊಳಿಸಲು ಮಾನ್ಯ ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರ ಅನುಮತಿಯನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕೋರುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮುಕ್ತಾಯಗೊಂಡಿದೆ ಎಂದು ಈ ಮೂಲಕ ಘೋಷಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಈಗ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗೀತೆಯನ್ನು ನುಡಿಸಲಾಗುವುದು. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಂತುಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ಹಲೋ ಯಾರು ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ AICC ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಂತ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ್ ಖರ್ಗೆ ಸಾಹೇಬರು ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಯಕರಾದಂತ ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರು ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಕಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರು ತಮಗೆ ಸಂದೇಶವನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಅವರು ಹೋದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ತಾಳ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಮನವಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ.
So there you have it. The CM is now Siddaramaiah and Deputy CM is of course DK Shivakumar. As you see on the screens right now, Stalin giving him a gift and also congratulating him. This will go on. Let me go to the guests now. Big day for Karnataka today. We had said Namaskara, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, and there you have it unfolding in front of your eyes. Professor Puranik, a very big day for Karnataka indeed, but I want you to quickly tell me that are you happy with the list of ministers who took oath just now?
ಸ್ಥಾಪಿತವಾದ ಭಾರತದ
ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ I think Shivakumar is speaking.
Yes, right. Yes, sir.
We will wait because they will give some message, na?
Yes.
Rahul and so.
Yes, he said please wait for 5 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Shall I? Continue?
Yes, sir. That's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, these 8 ministers, except that there is no woman, I think it should have been a very good gesture. Maybe, you know, this kind of small lapses.
Professor, let me put up the audio of DKS. He's saying something in Kannada, which of course you are there to help us understand.
ನಾಯಕರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಐತಿಹಾಸಿಕವಾದಂಥ ಸಮಾರಂಭಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಸಾಕ್ಷಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಅಭಿನಂದಿಸಿ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ನಾಯಕರು ತಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಿನ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನವನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಪಕ್ಷ ಒಂದೇ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸರ್ವಧರ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಿಕೊಂಡ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಸರ್ವವೃದ್ಧಿ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಒಂದೇ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್.
Ramesh Sethuraman, who is a well-known political analyst, has joined us on this debate. Ramesh, if I may ask you, even as all the leaders of the opposition, if I may use that term now, are putting up their hands for this iconic picture, I want to ask you that what is your opinion about the ministers who've taken oath today? Do you think it's a good, concrete list, Ramesh?
I think there will be a cabinet expansion soon. That's my bet. And as the previous speaker was mentioning, I think it would have been nice if they gave a position for women as well, from the representation perspective. And another important thing is, of course, many of the guys are all senior politicians. But all what we will know is, as far as the portfolios are concerned, how exactly they are going to perform, we will know only in the coming days. The good part is, the cabinet is in the hands of the most experienced Mr. Siddaramaiah as the Chief Minister. I think it probably will be moving in the right direction is what I see. But one challenge is going to be, while Congress has come to power citing corruption charges against BJP, I'm not sure how they are going to deliver a clean governance from their side, because as I have been pointing it out in the past as well, it has always been like, no matter who comes to power, the note always moves under the table to move things in the government side. Have to wait and watch.
Ramesh, I think we're having some audio problems with Ramesh Sethuraman there. But let me go to Mr. Rajendran. Mr. Rajendran, I was asking Ramesh if he's happy. And also, yes, I think that we're also having some audio problems with Rajendran. Professor Puranik, let me come to you. Do you think it is a good, robust list, as it were, right now? Ramesh feels there will be an expansion soon. Of course, there could be another list. But as of now, as a first list, is it a good list, Professor?
Yeah, led by Chief Minister Sri Siddaramaiah, I think, he takes care of the OBCs. And then DK Shivakumar represents a formidable, prominent, dominant community that is Okaligas. And then there are 3 scheduled caste leaders who are there, left, right, and the kind of representation they deserve. And also one Christian is there, one Muslim is there, one Lingayat is there, one, you can say, people coming from the scheduled tribe background, Satish Jarkewale is there. So I think, they have taken care of all major, distributive factors in terms of caste combination and all that. I think that gives a good signal that it's a united and kind of secular kind of government that is going to deliver goods for the people of Karnataka, and rest assured that they will also expand it as early as possible. Maybe Chief Minister will decide it on within a week or 2 weeks like that. That can be held as a small ceremony. I think that will be there. But I think it would be good to expand the cabinet, because people have to show the government is functioning.
Nitish Kumar ji, Stalin ji, Ashok Gehlot ji, Bhupesh Baghel ji, Hemant Soren ji, Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu ji, Sitaram Yechuri ji, Tejashwi Yadav ji, Farooq Abdullah ji, D. Raja ji, Abdul Samad Samdhani ji, Anil Desai ji, Jayant Chaudhary ji, Dipankar Bhattacharya ji, Dr. Tirumavarayalan ji, Kamal Hassan ji, Premachandra ji, Priyanka Gandhi ji, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah ji, DK Shivakumar ji, स्टेज पे हमारे वरिष्ठ नेता, प्यारे कार्यकर्ता, भाइयों और बहनों, आप सबका यहाँ बहुत बहुत स्वागत, नमस्कार।
ಎಲ್ಲ ಗಣ್ಯಾತಿ ಗಣ್ಯರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತನ ಕೋರ್ತಾ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ।
कर्नाटक की जनता को मैं दिल से अपनी ओर से कांग्रेस पार्टी की ओर से धन्यवाद करता हूं।
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ನನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ।
आपने पूरी तरह कांग्रेस पार्टी को समर्थन दिया।
ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಬೆಂಬಲಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ।
पिछले 5 सालों में आपने कौन सी मुश्किलें सही वो आप और हम जानते हैं।
ಕಳೆದ 5 ವರ್ಷಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಂತ ತೊಂದರೆಗಳನ್ನ ಸಂಘರ್ಷಗಳನ್ನ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ।
मीडिया में बहुत लिखा गया कि ये चुनाव कांग्रेस पार्टी क्यों जीती।
ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಒಂದು ಸಮರ್ಥದಿಂದ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಚುನಾವಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಗೆಲುವಾಗಿದೆ।
अलग अलग एनालिसिस हुई, अलग अलग थियरियां चालू की गई।
ಕನ್ನಡ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗಿದೆ।
इस जीत का सिर्फ एक कारण है, और ये कारण है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी कर्नाटक के गरीबों के साथ, कमजोरों के साथ, पिछड़ों के साथ, दलितों के साथ, आदिवासियों के साथ खड़ी हुई।
ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಒಂದು ಗೆಲುವಿಗೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬಡವರ ಜೊತೆ, ದಲಿತರ ಜೊತೆ, ಹಿಂದುಳಿದವರ ಜೊತೆ, ಪರಿಶಿಷ್ಟ ಪಂಗಡದವರ ಜೊತೆ ನಿಂತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಗೆಲುವಾಗಿದೆ।
हमारे पास सच्चाई थी और गरीब लोग थे।
ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಹಿಂದುಳಿದವರು, ಬಡವರು ನಿಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
बीजेपी के पास धन दौलत पावर पुलिस सारा कुछ था.
ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಅವರ ಹತ್ರ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಅಂತಸ್ತು ಐಶ್ವರ್ಯ ಕಾಸು ಪೊಲೀಸು ಎಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಅವರ ಹತ್ರ ಇತ್ತು.
और उनकी सारी की सारी ताकत को कर्नाटक की जनता ने हरा दिया.
ಆದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಅವರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಗಳನ್ನ ಕುತಂತ್ರಗಳನ್ನ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನತೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಪರಾಜಿತವಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ.
उनके भ्रष्टाचार को हरा दिया. उनके भ्रष्टाचार को हरा दिया.
ಇವತ್ತು ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರನ ನೀವು ತಿರಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೋಲಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಾ.
उनकी नफरत को हरा दिया.
ಇವತ್ತು ಅವರ ಒಂದು ದ್ವೇಷದ ರಾಜಕಾರಣನ ನೀವು ಸೋಲಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಾ.
जैसे हमने यात्रा में कहा था, नफरत को मिटाया, मोहब्बत जीती.
ಇವತ್ತು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾದಂತ ಸಂದೇಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ದ್ವೇಷನ ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಪ್ರೀತಿನ ಹರಡಿಸಿ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು
नफरत के बाजार में कर्नाटक ने लाखों मोहब्बत की दुकानें खोली हैं.
ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಒಂದು ದ್ವೇಷನ ಮುಗಿಸೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದವರು ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಶ್ರಮ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀರಾ.
पिछले 5 साल आपने भ्रष्टाचार सहा.
ಕಳೆದ 5 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ನೀವು ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರನ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ.
हमने आपसे 5 वायदे किए थे.
ನಾವು ನಿಮಗೆ 5 ವಚನಗಳನ್ನ 5 ಪ್ರಮಾಣಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ.
पहला वायदा गृह लक्ष्मी 2000 रुपए हर महीने महिलाओं को.
ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಮೊದಲೇ ಆಶ್ವಾಸನೆ ಗೃಹ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಹೆಣ್ಮಗು ಕೂಡ 2000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಅಂತ.
दूसरा वायदा गृह ज्योति 200 यूनिट बिजली मुफ्त में.
ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಂತ ಎರಡನೇ ಮಾತು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಗೃಹ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ 200 ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಉಚಿತವಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ.
तीसरा वायदा अन्न भाग्य 10 किलो चावल हर परिवार के मेंबर को.
ಮೂರನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಂತ ಮಾತು ಅನ್ನಭಾಗ್ಯ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಸದಸ್ಯರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ 10 ಕೆಜಿ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಉಚಿತವಾಗಿ.
चौथा वायदा शक्ति महिलाओं को फ्री बस ट्रैवल पूरे कर्नाटक में.
ನಾಲ್ಕನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಂತ ಮಾತು ಉಚಿತವಾಗಿ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿಗೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರವಾಸ ಉಚಿತ.
और 5वां वायदा युवा निधि 3000 रुपए हर महीने ग्रेजुएट्स को और 1500 रुपए डिप्लोमा होल्डर्स को.
5ನೇ ಆಶ್ವಾಸನ ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಯುವ ನಿಧಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಪದವೀಧರರಿಗೆ 3000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ, ಡಿಪ್ಲೊಮಾದವರಿಗೆ 1500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
मैंने आपसे कहा था कि हम झूठे वायदे नहीं करते हैं.
ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಮಾತು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ, ನಾವು ಸುಳ್ಳು ಆಶ್ವಾಸನೆಗಳು ಕೊಡಂತವರಲ್ಲ.
जो हम कहते हैं हम कर दिखाते हैं.
ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಮಾತನ್ನ ನುಡಿದಂತೆ ನಡೆಯಂತವ್ರು ನಾವು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೀವಿ.
1-2 घंटे में कर्नाटक की नई सरकार की पहली कैबिनेट मीटिंग होगी.
ಕೆಲವೇ ಗಂಟೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಪ್ರಪ್ರಥಮವಾದಂತ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
उस कैबिनेट मीटिंग में ये 5 हमारे जो वायदे हैं ये कानून बन जाएंगे.
ಆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ 5 ಆಶ್ವಾಸನೆಗಳು ಕಾನೂನಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
जो हम कहते हैं हम कर दिखाते हैं.
ನಾವು ನುಡಿದಂತೆ ನಡೆಯಂತವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷದವರು.
सरकार का लक्ष्य जो हमारे किसान हैं, मजदूर हैं, छोटे दुकानदार हैं, युवा हैं, उनकी रक्षा करना और उनके भविष्य को सुनहरा बनाना है.
ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಗುರಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ರೈತರು, ಕಿರಾಣಿ ಅಂಗಡಿದವರು, ಯುವಕರು, ವಿದ್ಯಾವಂತರು, ಉದ್ಯೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಂತವರು ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನೆರವಾಗಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೋಬೇಕನ್ನಂಥದ್ದು.
हम आपको एक साफ सुथरी नॉन करप्ट सरकार देंगे.
ನಾವೊಂದು ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ ಮುಕ್ತವಾದಂತ ಸುಸಂದ್ರವಾದಂತ ಸರ್ಕಾರನ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಂತ ಆಶ್ವಾಸನೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ.
एक बार फिर कर्नाटक के हर युवा माताओं और बहनों को धन्यवाद.
ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯುವಕರಿಗೆ, ಅಕ್ಕ ತಂಗಿಯಂದ್ರಿಗೆ, ತಾಯಂದ್ರಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
आपने अपना प्यार और अपनी शक्ति कांग्रेस पार्टी को दी, हम इस बात को कभी नहीं भूलेंगे.
ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸನ ಶಕ್ತಿನ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಕೂಡ ಮರೆಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗಲ್ಲ.
ये सरकार कर्नाटक की जनता की सरकार है, आपकी सरकार है.
ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಜನತೆಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರ, ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ.
और ये दिल से आपके लिए काम करेगी.
ಇವರು ಮನಸ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ದುಡಿತಾರೆ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್.
ಈಗ ತಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಂತ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ್ ಖರ್ಗೆ ಸಾಹೇಬರು ಒಂದು ಸಂದೇಶವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಸೀನರಾದಂಥ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಚ್ಚುಮೆಚ್ಚಿನ ನಾಯಕರಾದಂಥ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ ಅವರೇ, ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಕಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರೇ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾದ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಹಿರಿಯ ನಾಯಕರಾದ ಈ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಕುಳಿತಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಯಕರೇ, ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮುಖಂಡರೇ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿದಂಥ ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ ಹಾಗೂ ಯುವ ಮಿತ್ರರೇ, ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದ ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ, ನಾನು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ ಅವರು ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ 5 ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಯೋಜನೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮತ್ತು ಮೊದಲನೇ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಈ 5 ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ವಾಗ್ದಾನವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಏನೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಆ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಹಿಂದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಆವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ನಾವೇನು BJP ಹಂಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದೊಂದು ಮಾಡೋದೊಂದು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ನಾನು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಮೋದಿ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವಾಗ ಜಪಾನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೋ ಆವಾಗ ಒಂದು ನೋಟ್ ಬಂದು ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಹೊಡೆಸಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೋದ ಸಲ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು ಜಪಾನ್ಗೆ, ಆವಾಗ 1000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ನೋಟ್ ಬಂದಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಈ ಸಾರಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ 2000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ನೋಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಬಂದಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಅದು ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಲಾಭ ಅದನೋ ಅದರಿಂದ ನುಕ್ಸಾನಿದೆ, ಇದು ಯಾವುದು ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ತಿಳಿಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಆ ಒಂದು ನೋಟ್ ಬಂದಿ ಈ ಕೆಲಸ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಈಗೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ದೇಶದ ಜನರಿಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಅವರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇವತ್ತು ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ನಫರತ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಒಬ್ರಿಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಈಗ ಮುಂದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರ, ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸರ್ಕಾರ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ನಾವು ನುಡಿದಂತೆ ನಡೀತೇವೆ, 5 ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ನಾವು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನನ್ನ 4 ಮಾತನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ.
ಈಗ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಸಾಹೇಬರು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ತಮಗೆ ವಂದನೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾರೆ.
ಎಐಸಿಸಿ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂಥ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ ಖರ್ಗೆ ಅವರೇ, ಎಐಸಿಸಿ ಮಾಜಿ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂಥ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರೇ, ಎಐಸಿಸಿ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಗಳಾದಂಥ ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಕಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರೇ, ಪ್ರದೇಶ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸಮಿತಿಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂಥ ಈಗ ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಆದಂಥ DK ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಎಐಸಿಸಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಗಳೇ, ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ವಿವಿಧ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳೇ, ಮಾಜಿ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳೇ, ಲೋಕಸಭಾ ಸದಸ್ಯರೇ, ರಾಜ್ಯಸಭಾ ಸದಸ್ಯರೇ, ಇತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಕ್ಷಗಳ ನಾಯಕರುಗಳೇ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆರೆದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ, ತಾಯಂದಿರೇ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಭಿಮಾನಿಗಳೇ, ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೆಳೆಯರೇ, ಇವತ್ತು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜಯ ಈ ನಾಡಿನ 7 ಕೋಟಿ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರಿಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜಯ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದದಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನರ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಕಾರಣ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆದದ್ದು ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿಯವರ ಭಾರತ ಜೋಡೋ ಯಾತ್ರೆಯ ಮೂಲಕ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಇವತ್ತು ಸ್ಮರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿಯವರು, ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ ಖರ್ಗೆಯವರು, ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಕಾ ಗಾಂಧಿಯವರು, ಇನ್ನೂ ಅನೇಕ ಜನ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ನಾಯಕರುಗಳು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಚಾರವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೃದಯ ತುಂಬಿದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸಾಹಿತಿಗಳು, ಚಿಂತಕರು, ಸಂಘಟಕರು, ಸಂಘಟನೆಗಳ ನಾಯಕರುಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿಗೆ, ಯುವಕರಿಗೆ, ರೈತರಿಗೆ, ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಓತ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಸೆರೆಮನಿಗೆ ಅನೇಕ ಜನ ನಾಯಕರುಗಳು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಮೂಲೆ ಮೂಲೆಗಳಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ನಾಯಕರುಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅವರು ಇವತ್ತು ಅನೇಕ ಕೆಲಸಗಳಿದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಆಶೀರ್ವದಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಶುಭ ಕೋರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಾನು ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಕನ್ನಡದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ, ನಾವು ಜನರ ನಿರೀಕ್ಷೆಗೆ ತಕ್ಕಂತೆ ಆಡಳಿತವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಜನರು ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ಬಯಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಜನರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಭರವಸೆಗಳು, ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗಳು, 5 ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಇವತ್ತೇ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಪ್ಪಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡೋದ್ರ ಮೂಲಕ ಆದೇಶವನ್ನು ಹೊರಡಿಸಿ 5 ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಜಾರಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಇದು ಕನ್ನಡ ನಾಡಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೊಸ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಭರವಸೆ, ವಾಗ್ದಾನ. ಈ ವಾಗ್ದಾನವನ್ನು ಈಡೇರಿಸೇ ತೀರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮ್ಯಾನಿಫೆಸ್ಟೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಇತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಭರವಸೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ 5 ವರ್ಷಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂರೈಸತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಹಿಂದೆ ನುಡಿದಂತೆ ನಡೆದಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಮುಂದೆನೂ ಕೂಡ ನುಡಿದಂತೆ ನಡೀತೇವೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ಮಾತು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ಜೈ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್.
Sworn in a new government led by the Congress party and led by Siddaramaiah. You can see him on the screen along with his deputy, that is DK Shivakumar, and also Rahul Gandhi, flanked by the two men of the moment in Karnataka, the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister. A fabulous victory, but now the job begins for both of them and the entire cabinet, the first list of which was sworn in today. And like they have said, that they are committed to fulfilling the promises, or rather the guarantees or the Labharthi which they have announced for the people of Karnataka. A historic day indeed. This day, remember, 20th of May 2023, Siddaramaiah is Chief Minister of Karnataka and Deputy CM is of course DK Shivakumar and a whole lot of cabinet members. It will be a long before Karnataka forgets this historic day. Namaskara.